I'm here. Wait, why am I not? Hello? Le programme. Why are you not working? Hey, there we go. Hey, le programme, le working. There we go. I'm on vacation this week, which is why things are going a little screwy. I'm in vacation mode, vacation brain. Hope y'all enjoyed the adventures of Mustache, the French cat. Today, we will not be studying French because I don't know it, but we will be taking a look at, we will be going to the past to go to the rides that suck ass. We're going to be looking at defunct theme park rides, theme park lands, and theme parks in general today. Not too much, but a little taste, a little teaser. First off, we're going to be going through Walt Disney World Explorer to look at some rides that no longer exist. And afterwards, after intermission, we'll be taking a look at a very controversial Orlando park that is now the home of Margaritaville. We will also be looking at a unbuilt Disneyland. And not an unbuilt Disneyland, but a land at Disneyland that was unbuilt. And then we'll also be taking a look at what I would consider the most deranged souvenir video of all time. So that'll be fun. First off, let's go to the wild and wacky world of Walt Disney World. Boop. But before I get started, I have some folks to thank. Real quick, thank you, Kefki12, for the 3-month sub. Thank you so very much. Neo Zero as well with a 3-month sub. Thank you very, very much. Navjack with the 3-month resub. We were watching some French cats before the show, so we've got some French here. Scratching Away, 3-month resub. Danger. I think that's how you pronounce that. Thank you. Krungo with a 3-month resub. I need to just mention this. Yesterday, did you all know? I'm going to have to curse here, and I apologize to other languages. Did you know that in some of the LatAm dubs of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, instead of cowabunga, they say, and I am going to curse in Spanish, and this is the only time I'm going to say this, but they say what Krungo Kong says, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles go into a big high five and say puta madre. It's very funny. There's a lot of evidence of this on YouTube. You can look up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with that phrase and you will find it. So have fun. Also, thank you, Revenant, 3-month resub. Where's Muzzy? Mustache beat Muzzy in a fight, so you don't see him. Last but not least, thank you so very much to Itinerant Soldier for the 3-month resub. Where is the pig in the library? The pig is in the library. Thank you, Nest Wyoming, as well. 3-month resub. Thank you so very much, everybody. Oh boy. So, are we ready for the wild and wacky world of Walt Disney World? Let's go. Let's freaking go. Yeah, apologies. I am on vacation. My brain is in vacation mode, so I am not thinking in any way straight. Well, it's Pride Month, so I'm definitely not thinking straight.
It all started from a daddy with 2 daughters wondering where he could take them, where he could have a little fun with them, too. There should be something built where the parents and the children could have...
Mind say, huh?
Exciting and challenging assignment we've ever tackled at Walt Disney Productions.
Where the young and art for all ages can laugh and play and learn together.
Here we go. Did you know I've never been to Orlando? It's a shame. I need to go. Okay, so hold on, I need to turn this bad boy down.
Welcome to the Walt Disney World Explorer. You can use the Walt Disney World Compass if you want to get help, exit the program, go one step back, or look up a specific area of interest. To activate the compass, move Tinkerbell to the bottom left corner of the screen.
So, I need to turn this down on my end. It's blaring in my ears. There we go. Okay, so, no you don't, Orlando sucks. Get out of here. So we're going to go look for things that no longer exist at Disney World. So, first place we're going to go is to the Disney Village Marketplace, now known as Disney Springs.
In the storybook atmosphere of the Disney Village Marketplace, guests can shop at a variety of stores and enjoy fine dining at several restaurants.
That looks like
including
shit.
The Rainforest Cafe, which simulates a tropical rainforest.
Rainforest
environment.
Cafe's still there. That Rainforest Cafe looks like Garbo. But where can we go with the marketplace? Lady? Lady? Do I... Can I... Yeah. I want to see more of the marketplace. That's just repeating. Boo! Alright, let's go back. I was hoping we'd get to explore a little bit more, but that's okay. Click here, huh? Well, let's see. What's this?
Welcome to the Walt Disney World Timeline, where you can watch the growth and development of the Walt Disney World Resort through the years. From the first public announcement in 1965, the Walt Disney World Resort has continuously evolved from undeveloped cattle ranches and pine forests.
Yeah, that's cool. I was going to say, Rainforest Cafe still exists in San Antonio. I want to go so bad. And then there's one in Galveston, a Rainforest Cafe that actually has a dark ride attached. So if you like the Rainforest Cafe, Texas is 100% where you have to go. This is Rainforest Cafe Fan Central. Is it quiet? Yeah, it's actually a little quiet here. Hold up one sec, folks. I'll adjust that for you. Okay, let me know if it gets too loud, but I turned it up a little bit. Let's go. Let's advance the timeline. What we got here?
Space Mountain.
I don't care about Space Mountain. I want to see. Can I look at any of these? Well, we're still exploring for things that were never, that aren't here anymore. Oh, this isn't here anymore. The Earful Tower. Let's take a look. Earful Tower, the former symbol of Walt Disney World Studios, Gonzo.
Disney Studios Florida has put guests into the action and excitement of movies, television, and Disney animation. The most popular
the Disney
movie and
Animation
TV studio
Studios
in
is
the
also no
world,
longer
Disney
there.
Studios Florida honors the stars, technicians, and artisans who
The
create
Grauman's
magic
Chinese
that
Theater
is Hollywood.
ride there, the Great Movie Ride, is now a different ride. It's now the wacky world of... Not what it is. It's now Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Let's take a look at the background, backstage.
From the top, it all looks
It
like
doesn't
one
look like
big
this
happy
anymore. See
Mickey
how it
face.
looks like Mickey? It
But the
doesn't look
truth
like
is,
that anymore.
there are
They
two
changed
sides
it.
to Disney Studios
It now looks
Florida.
like
One is all fun and fantasy shows.
they don't have
rides,
that.
and
They don't have
adventures.
that.
The
They don't
other
have
is the
this.
reality of how
They don't
movies
have
and television
that.
are actually
That's
created.
gone. So that's, yeah, you can no longer see, there's no longer studios at Disney Studios Florida, which is really funny because Disney Studios Florida was founded when Eisner took over Disney and was like, hey, I heard of a really good idea that Universal's trying to do at Florida. Let's beat them to it. And that was the whole point of this entire land existing, is because Eisner was like, fuck you, Universal, we're going to do it first. Trivia.
The right ear of the Mickey Mouse statue on top of the crossroads of the World Tower is made of copper and serves as a lightning rod.
I like that. I like that Mickey's ear serves as a lightning rod. Look at the panorama.
Guests entering Disney
Strike
Studios
that
Florida
mouse.
pass by crossroads of the world.
Go this way. I think this is all still here, but it might be different now. I feel so bad for these like people who are in this. They had no idea that millions of people would be watching them later on, but I guess that's the whole point of going places. Going to theme parks is that you might be photographed, actually. So if you notice here, everyone's sitting on the thing. It looks like there's a parade that's going to be coming soon, so that's exciting. I'm not sure what parades they had back then, though. Kodak. I like this. This is themed after a actual LA, actual Los Angeles area Kodak store that I don't think exists anymore. Okay, I don't know how to get. Oops. it. Okay. All right. What else can we look at? Just in general, let's look at the Florida studios.
Disney Studios Florida.
Here we
celebrates
fucking
the
go.
action
Oh, that
and
was
adventure of movie
Muppet
making
Vision
magic.
4D, huh?
Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy,
This is
Fozzie
still
Bear,
here,
and
by the way.
whole Muppet gang bravely perform their musical extravaganza in spite of constant interruptions. Jim
Muppet
Henson's
Vision 3D is so good,
careens
by the
into
way.
4D as soap bubbles splat on guests, water sprays in their faces, and fireworks explode inside the theater. For the finale, the Swedish chef fires a cannon from the back of the theater and blasts a hole in the
This
movie
used to be a
screen.
Disney's
Just
California
another day
Adventure,
at the
and then they
Muppet
took it
Labs.
away. Which is disgusting that they took it away. I love this Muppet Vision. Muppet Vision is so
The Muppet
good.
Theater is a replica of the theater made famous on The Muppet Show, complete with Waldorf and Statler, the two curmudgeons who heckle the performers from their box seats in the balcony.
It's true. You get heckled by animatronics, which is why it's really good. Animatronics need to heckle more people.
Today, let's look at the advancements we've been working on for Muppet Vision. Beaker, would you turn on the machine?
Oh man, you were at California Adventure when this was still there? Oh man, I was too. I went to California Adventure the first year it opened, and so I got to experience like Superstar Limo and stuff. Well, rip Beaker, as always. Beaker's always going through it, man. So that still exists, but let's find some things that no longer exist. That exists. That definitely still exists. Let's see. That dog I don't think is there anymore. This does not exist anymore. This is straight up gone. Let's
Inside
go.
the magic at Disney Studios Florida is a 40-minute special effects and production tour that reveals many of Hollywood's secrets. In this walking tour, guests get a behind-the-scenes peek to see how special effects for some famous movies were created. Torpedoes, tidal waves, and pyrotechnics are demonstrated in a
This
simulated
tour was so
outdoor sea
long,
battle.
too. It was like almost an hour or so. And it took you through a lot of weird stuff. This is the Walt Disney World Explorer. I'm doing it on a DOS box, whatchamacallit, DOS box Pure, running Windows 98. Give me some trivia.
Guests are taken through 3 sound stages where actual film and television production may be taking place.
Yeah. Not a lot of films were actually filmed at Disney Studios, but, you know. Did I do backstage already? Probably did, but let's see it again. Oh, my God.
At the end of this tour, a special behind-the-scenes film on the making of one of Disney's latest full-length features is shown at
It's
the
the
Walt
101
Disney
Dalmatian
Theater.
live action. Remember the 101 Dalmatian live action? I forgot who played Cruella de Vil, but everyone was like, wow, back in the 90s. Okay, this was turned into a different ride, so let's go check out the Great Movie Ride.
The entrance to the Great Movie Ride
Glenn
at
Close,
Disney
yeah,
Studios,
that was,
Florida, is a
Cruella
full-scale
de Vil.
replica of the world-famous Chinese theater in Hollywood.
I'm so sad I never got to
Inside,
ride this,
audio
but what can you
animatronic
do?
figures recreate moments from classic Hollywood films. All costumes were modeled after those used in the original films. During the ride, a surprising action scene with live actors puts guests right into the movies.
Let's go backstage.
Putting the roof on the Great Movie Ride was a unique feat of engineering.
They look like they're messing it up. Alright, let's go to the trivia. What can you teach me?
If you have a sharp eye, you might spot Mickey Mouse and
That's a
Donald
hidden
Duck
Mickey,
among
right?
the hieroglyphics in the Indiana Jones scene.
I guess that's not so hidden. I guess you can just straight up see that Mickey. But I'm gonna click see if it counts as a hidden Mickey. No, it does not. It should! It should! Alright, let's look at the panorama of the ride.
Hollywood Boulevard welcomes guests to Disney Studios Florida.
Speak up, sir.
The Chinese Theater houses the Great Movie Ride, The entrance to the New York Street backlot is to the left of the Chinese Theater, and to the right is the Animation Courtyard, home to magic of Disney animation.
Pretty sure this man no longer exists. R.I.P. this layout here. But there's the Grauman's Theater. Ooh. I've been to the real Grauman's Theater. I saw The Matrix Reloaded there. Yeah. It was cool. It was really cool. Not the movie, but the theater. All right, let's get out of here. Let's see what else no longer exists. This still exists. Earful Tower is no longer there. Let's check out the tower.
The Earful Tower is the architectural symbol for Disney Studios Florida. Standing 130
No longer.
feet tall, it is based on the water tower at the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, California. This tower is strictly a symbol, however, and isn't used for water storage. The mouse ears weigh 5,000 pounds, and the hat is said to be size 342 3/8.
So, that's a hidden Mickey, right? I guess it's a visual. Again, another visible Mickey. That's no fair. All right, what else we got? I don't know if the magic of Disney animation still exists at Walt Disney Studios. Let's take a look at it. There used to be an animation studio, and it's no longer there, if I recall.
It's a self-guided walking tour combined with film and video presentations. Guests get a first-hand look at the creation of Disney animated films by watching animators as they work. A series of short films about the animation process is shown.
That poor
on overhead
tiger!
monitors.
That tiger is being animated by someone who resembles me in a way. I gotta say, I like this. This is a good situation right here. I feel for that tiger.
The more and more that you can become that character, the more you feel like that character, the better your animation will be.
An animator is an actor. He gets a scene, he has to act it out on paper.
For most of their careers, they were known as the Nine Old Men. It was Walt Disney's nickname for the most talented of his animation staff. 4 of the 9 old men were in Orlando for the dedication of Disney Studios Florida. More than anything else, the presence of Ward Kimball, Mark Davis, Frank Thomas, and Ollie Johnston made the opening official.
We were influenced by a guy named Disney. I mean, Walt, he acted and he was a great storyteller, and you have to have somebody like that who's kind of has the vision of what you're trying to do.
Cool. Let's check out the trivia.
The Florida studios of Walt Disney Feature Animation were originally created to produce short films starring Mickey Mouse and other Disney characters. But today, the Florida-based animators create full-length animated features.
Guess they're working on Lion King. That's cool. Okay, so the studio's no longer there, but it used to exist, and it animated a lot of stuff, so good for them. Good for them. See, anything else here? Oh, okay, we did that. That still exists, so we're not looking at it. This still exists, so we're not looking at it. Indiana Jones still exists. Restaurants and shops. Now, this should be different.
The shops at Disney Studios Florida offer a variety of movie memorabilia,
I love the
character
music here.
merchandise,
Oh, yeah.
and collectible Disneyana. The restaurants serve both hearty and light fare in Hollywood-inspired settings.
So, that still exists, that diner. I'm assuming other shops don't. They used to have a shop that sold props, and that's gone, so that's a shame. And that's Disney Studios Florida. Can I check out Mickey? Let's move on. Where else can we check out? The All-Star Resort still exists. Palm Golf. I think one of these golf courses is gone. I'm not sure. This. Walt's Dream. I don't care. I guess I gotta care about Walt's Dream, but you know. I think the Wedding Pavilion is still there. Swan and Dolphin are still there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to Epcot last because that's what I'm the most excited to see. Let's go to Magic Kingdom.
The first themed park to officially open in the Walt Disney World Resort was the Magic Kingdom on October 1st, 1971. The Magic Kingdom consists of 7 lands of fun, fantasy, and adventure. Main Street
That's not there
USA,
anymore.
Adventureland, Frontierland, Liberty Square.
It doesn't look like this
Fantasyland,
anymore.
Mickey's Toontown Fair, and New
Fireworks
Tomorrowland.
are different now. Fireworks are different now. Yeah, no shit. Sorry. Again, I'm on vacation. This is as good as commentary you're getting.
Of course, there will be another amusement theme park in Florida, similar to the one in California. We're now developing.
They don't
a
have the.
master
They never
plan
made the
that
ice rink or
encompasses the
roller
theme
dome.
park and all
That
the
sucks.
facilities around it that will serve the tourists. Hotels, motels, and a variety of recreation activities. In fact, just this little area alone is 5 times the size of Disneyland in California. But as you can see on this master plan, the theme park and all the other tourist facilities fill just one small area of our enormous Florida project. According to this scale, I am...
Sorry you never got to make your dystopian city, bro, but I really like the other things that got built instead. Well, at least I think I like them. I've never seen them, but you know. Assuming I like them.
1,400 acres. That is
Pretty
43
impressive,
square
dude.
miles. Twice the size of the island of Manhattan.
Great. What's the trivia?
This statue of Walt and Mickey is called Partners.
I knew
It
that.
was sculpted by Blaine Gibson, who also sculpted the figures in the Hall of Presidents.
I didn't know that. Let's take a look at the panorama. I want to see the rides. I'm surprised they're not
To the
showing.
Magic
Oh,
Kingdom,
there's a parade
Main
going on.
Street,
Sick.
USA is small town America at the turn of the century. From here, guests can board the Walt Disney World Railroad for a trip around the Magic Kingdom, take old-fashioned transportation to Cinderella Castle, or walk down Main Street, USA.
I think these are all still here.
Into the 7 lands of the Magic Kingdom. The shops and restaurants that line Main Street, USA offer a variety of goods and services, including Disney souvenirs, collectibles, and art.
There's a hidden Mickey, right? Right there? Right. Okay, fine.
This is not a hidden Mickey.
All right, give me some more info about Magic Kingdom. Let's see what's still here. The new Tomorrowland.
New Tomorrowland is a magic.
Okay,
kingdom
we're gonna take a look
presents
at
the
Take
future.
Flight, which used to be Dream Flight, which used to be
From hot air balloons
something
to
else
high-speed
whose name I
space
forgot.
travel, Take Flight in New Tomorrowland explores the
This ride
adventure
no
and
longer
romance
exists. It
of
was
the
turned
history of flight.
into
This whimsical attraction shows the inventors and daredevils of yesteryear and
the
today.
Buzz
with
Lightyear ride.
three-dimensional scenes and flight simulation. Some of aviation's greatest moments from the Wright brothers' first flight.
I wish I got
to
to ride
today's
this ride. It
space
looks
missions
cool.
Are displayed.
Welcome, Green Herring. I wish Dream Flight was still around, but what can you do?
Imagineering artists hand-painted the giant pop-up book that depicts Barnstormer's early attempts at flight.
That sounds like a pain in the ass. Trivia.
On the China Clipper flying boat of the 1930s, passengers could eat in dining areas modeled after railroad and cruise ship dining rooms.
Cool. All right, Rip Take Flight, aka Dream Flight. Timekeeper's also gone.
This Circle Vision film in New
This was
Tomorrowland
based
is
on
hosted by
a
Timekeeper,
Euro Disney
a
ride.
robot with an electro-hydraulic clockworks body, sparking hair, and razor-sharp wit. He and his companion, Nine-Eye, turn time travel from a science fiction dream to a spectacular
He was
visual
voiced
adventure.
by Robin Williams,
Surrounded by 9
that animatronic.
screens, guests travel with Jules Verne to medieval Scottish battlefields and a Mozart recital, and ride over Moscow's Red Square in a hot air balloon. Moscow's Red Square in a hot air balloon.
Yeah, good.
To create this journey through time, filmmakers used a 400-pound Circle Vision 9-lens camera. Filming at 360 degrees, the camera records in every direction, literally putting guests in the center of all the action. Timekeeper's assistant, Nine Eye, represents the 9 screens of the Circle Vision Theater. Guests see through her eyes.
Cool. I forget who she was voiced by, but she was voiced by another comedian. I forget her name. Okay, let's see what else no longer exists. This does not exist anymore. They turned this into a Stitch ride, and then they just straight up got rid of it.
In the extraterrestrial alien encounter, a demonstration of interplanetary teleportation goes wrong. Instead of Chairman Clench, a menacing alien monster arrives. The creature crashes out of the glass tube and escapes into the audience. The theater goes black. Guests feel hot breath and something wet on their necks. Realistic binaural sound combined with surprising in-house special effects add to the terror of this new Tomorrowland sensory thriller.
I really wish I got to have written this. I'm so sad I didn't get to, but that's life.
In development for 8 years, the extraterrestrial alien encounter is one of the most technically complicated attractions.
This ride
ever
was
designed
originally
for
meant to
Disney
feature the
theme parks.
Xenomorph from Aliens, and I think that Eisner was specifically told you cannot make a Xenomorph ride by the Aliens ride holders. They were like, that's a bad idea, Eisner. I know you're trying to compete with Universal, but you can't do that. And Eisner was like, well, I'm going to do it anyway with my own character. And they're like, okay. And now Disney owns the Xenomorph. Eisner's wish came true. The road raceway is still around, although it's changed. Can I go on the Skyway? Skyway no longer exists.
On Skyway to Fantasyland, an aerial cable car takes guests on a one-way trip from Tomorrowland to Fantasyland. The Walt Disney World Skyway is the first one in the nation capable of making
I've never been on a
90-degree
Skyway
turn.
ride.
Walt Disney believed that Skyways would eventually be used in parking lots in huge shopping centers and other populated urban areas.
Bro loved his autonomous moving vehicles. Oh my god. Bro was like freaking all over monorails, skyways, people movers. If it was a vehicle and it was continuously in motion by some kind of track, it would be Walt Disney's dream. I guess because he likes trains so much. He wants like train type things. Alright, Astro Orbiter still exists, I recall. Timekeeper, Dreamflight, what's this? Carousel of Progress is still there. Wait, anything else over here that we haven't taken a look at? Let's look at the restaurants and shops.
A variety of food is served in several counter-service restaurants. In
Love when there's a
Tomorrowland.
variety of food.
Shops offer a large selection of clothes, character gifts, and sun care
I want all of
products.
those. I want all of those. Give me all of those. Disney. Okay, that was Tomorrowland. Pretty good, pretty good. Not a lot of, but actually that was probably the most close rides we had when I... Let's see, what else we got here? Fantasyland Mickey's Toontown Fair. Mickey's Toontown Fair no longer exists.
Brings fairy tales to life in the happiest kingdom of them all.
All right, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. I wish I could have gone on this as well. This was really a
Toad
cool
Hall and the
version of this.
cobblestone streets of merry old England are the
Only
settings
ride where you
for
get to go
Mr.
to
Toad's
hell.
Wild Ride in Fantasyland. Guests climb aboard J. Thaddeus Toad's newfangled horseless carriage and take a wild ride along the road to nowhere in particular. After zigzagging through Toad Hall and crashing through barn doors and chicken coops, guests head straight into a collision with an oncoming train. They end up in an awfully warm place.
Yeah, you get to go to hell. It's great. There should be more rides where you go to hell, honestly.
In order to get the colors right, painters at Imagineering had to work in the dark under the same blacklight illumination that guests would experience.
area.
The little devils at the end of the ride never appeared in the 1949 Disney film, The
That's
Adventures
true.
of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. They are straight from the creative minds of Disney Imagineers.
Disney Imagineers were like, here are the cool little devils. Do you like them? And then it was like, yes, we do. There's a hidden Mickey, right? How is that not a hidden Mickey? Look at that. Whatever. Whatever, Disney. You can just... Okay, this doesn't exist.
Recently opened in summer 1996, Mickey's Country Home welcomes visitors to sit on the front porch swing or step right in to make themselves at home. Guests can meet Mickey in person in the Toontown Fair Judges Tent. In Minnie's Country Home, her office is crammed full of recipes and photos for a magazine layout. She is the editor and publisher of Minnie's Cartoon Living magazine. Her home also has an
Wait, she's in magazines?
where she quilts, paints, and makes her own pottery.
So she runs how's Minnie doing now that print is dead? Is she okay? I didn't know she had a magazine business. Oh, poor lady. Mickey's Toontown Fair is straight up not there anymore.
At Mickey's Toontown Fair, which opened in summer 1996, Mickey and Minnie's country houses are close to the Magic Kingdom train depot, making it easy for all their pals to come visit. Across the way is Donald's boat, and just down the road is Goofy's Wiseacres Farm. Cartoon folks are real neighborly here and can be found walking around and meeting new friends.
All right, that's Toontown for you. Rip Toontown. I don't know where the Toons live now. Small World still exists, and I know you're all sick of that song, so I'll put that on. Carousel still exists. Peter Pan's Flight still exists. They have the Snow White ride this one. Dumbo still definitely exists, and so is the Mad Tea Party. Snow White's Adventures, that's gone.
Have an apple here?
Based on Walt Disney's landmark animated feature Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Snow White's adventure tells the story of the fair princess and her 7 devoted admirers. From the sparkling jewels in the dwarf's diamond mine to the evil queen's dark dungeon, this Fantasyland attraction takes guests on a classic trip through one of Walt Disney's most beloved stories.
That's sick.
Artwork based on scenes from the film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is used in a layered manner.
Look at
throughout
that.
the
Look at all those
attraction.
evil
This new
witches.
textured format gives the sense of an animation cell, much like looking through the lens of a multiplane camera.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this is a princess meet and greet now, I think.
Carved in the front of each vehicle is the name of one of the 7 dwarfs, just as they appeared on the footboards of their beds in the classic Disney film Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs.
Sorry, I'm still looking for the hidden Mickeys, and I'm so sad that I haven't found a single one. Let's check out the restaurants and shops.
Shops in Fantasyland offer fantasy-themed gifts for
Oh.
kids of all ages, from medieval suits of armor to stuffed animals. Restaurants
What
are
if you
themed
bought
to
a
such
suit of
Disney
armor at
animated
Disney
classics
World?
as Pinocchio, Cinderella, and Alice in Wonderland.
Would you wear it home? Like, I'm curious about that. That a hidden Mickey? I'm so desperate to find any. Alright, we checked out, I think, all of Fantasyland. Go back. What else we got? Frontierland, Liberty Square. Let's go.
Frontierland in the Magic Kingdom is home to the pioneering spirit of the Old West. Liberty Square salutes colonial America on the eve of its independence.
Alright, I'm pretty sure everyone here still exists, but real quick, thank you. Kaboom! 3 months! 3 months of Alex. Thank you so much for the 3-month sub. Appreciate it. The Diamond Horseshoe Saloon Review, I think, is still there. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure the Liberty Tree is also still there. Hall of Presidents definitely still there. Haunted Mansion's still there. The boat is still there. Tom Sawyer Island, I'm pretty sure, is still there. Oh, is it a little loud? Sorry. Let me just turn down a little bit. Okay. So, yeah, most of these are still here, I think. I know this is still there. Splash... Oh, they just changed this! They just changed this the other day. So this is just now a defunct ride.
Film Song of the South, Splash Mountain in Frontierland brings
Some idea. Sorry, not to change it, but the original idea of theming it to Song of the South is one of the worst Eisner ideas that he's ever had.
Board a hollowed-out log and float past a cast of 68 audio animatronics performers. Following Brer Rabbit on a search for his laughing place, guests ultimately hurdle 5 stories down Chickapin Hill into the briar patch below. The briar patch below.
The briar patch below? Okay, so I don't think I mentioned it, but one of the reasons they went with Song of the South is because Splash Mountain was meant to be a repository for all these old animatronics from the ride America Sings at Disneyland. They had a lot of animatronics designed by Mark Davis. They were just singing, talking animals, etc. So they needed Eisner wanted them to pick a franchise that would fit with the other animatronics, and they're like, well, what other Mark Davis animated films are there? And they're like, well, there's Song of the South. That's got animated animals. And they're like, great, let's use it. At no point did they think, oh, we literally can't release this movie in America because of the protests against it. Like, literally, anytime this movie gets released in America, there's a protest. And that makes sense. It's a racist film. And yet, Eisner was still like, well, we can't release this movie, but let's theme it after it anyways. That's such a bad idea.
The final scene of Splash Mountain features one of the largest animated props ever used in a Disney theme park attraction.
Okay, I meant to turn up the audio, and I guess, ma'am, try that again. There we go.
The final scene of Splash Mountain features one of the largest animated props ever used in a Disney theme park attraction. The rocking Mississippi Showboat measures 36 feet long and 22 feet high. It's populated by audio animatronics critters modeled after figures originally created for the America Sings attraction at Disneyland in California.
Okay, so the other thing about the Splash Mountain, now it's called Tiana's Bayou Adventure. The original version of it, for the last few years, boats keep sinking. Like, I think that's actually one of the reasons why they went in and kind of fixed it, was because some of the animatronics just straight up weren't working, and also the boats kept sinking, and that's not good. The boat should not sink.
The flume chute of Splash Mountain is 52.5 feet.
Like, it wasn't, they weren't constantly sinking, but it was happening like twice a year, where there would be shots of people in one of the logs, and then the log would be just like filled with water and slowly sinking. It's not deep enough for you to get drowned or anything, but it's enough where it shouldn't be occurring.
The flume chute of Splash Mountain is 52.5 feet, making it one of the longest in the world.
More stuff. Yeah, I know, it's from the movie. I mean, I will say this, Splash Mountain is a very good log flume when it comes to log flumes. And I don't know if it's as problematic as the one, Splash Mountain is definitely more racist than the one at Universal, but the one at Universal kills more people, so I think the one at Universal might be worse when it comes to body count, but this one is definitely worse subject matter-wise. Yeah, I've heard rumors about Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls that are all like, I don't know. All I've heard from employees of Ripsaw Falls, Universal employees, is that it's a really difficult ride to work at, and they have to keep putting more and more signs telling people not to stand up, and people keep standing up and bad things keep happening. Yeah, I heard Ripsaw Falls is I don't know if I'd actually go on Ripsaw Falls. Real quick, thank you. No problems. 3-month resub. In conclusion, Splash Mountain is land of contrasts. Rip Splash Mountain. I'm pretty glad that you're changed now. You're way less embarrassing. I don't know if the shooting arcade is still there. Let's check out the shops.
Dining in Frontierland and Liberty Square ranges from colonial cookery to traditional American
Do
fare.
they still sell those
In the
parasols?
shops, presidential and Civil War memorabilia,
Why?
leather goods, gourmet foods,
Get
and
that
unique
outta here.
country
What the
crafts
fuck?
are among the items available.
What the fuck? Disney? I don't want to pretend I'm a southerner in the Southern Army. I would pretend I would not that guy. Yeah, I hope Disney doesn't sell those anymore. I don't like that at all. All right, where else in Magic Kingdom haven't we explored? Adventureland.
Adventureland in the Magic Kingdom represents exotic locales from Africa to the South Seas.
Jungle Cruise is still there. The Swiss Family Treehouse, is that still there? I don't think that is, actually. Let's check it out.
Based on the 1960 Disney film Swiss Family Robinson, Swiss Family Treehouse gives new meaning to the term high-rise. Shipwrecked on a deserted island, the Robinson family fashioned a home, complete with a library, living room, kitchen, and running water. The entire house is nestled within the branches of a 60-foot-tall tree in Adventureland.
Oh. Go backstage to the tree.
Made of
Cool!
steel and concrete,
That's a
Swiss
nude
Family
tree.
Treehouse is comprised of over 600 branches, weighs 200 tons, and rises 60 feet into the sky.
That looks way better than the one at Disneyland, I gotta say. That one just kicks Disneyland's ass.
Also known as Disneydendron eximus, or extraordinary Disney tree, the tree holding Swiss Family Treehouse bears approximately 800,000 vinyl leaves.
That's a lot of leaf. And I think, yep, Pirates is still there. Is this the original Tropical Serenade or the version that they changed with Iago and Zazu? No, it's the original. Boo, we don't care about the original. We've seen the original. That's fine. We don't need it. It's the original now. Okay, so that is all the changes in Adventureland. This one seems to have stayed pretty much the same. I think we just got Main Street left. Did I miss a hidden Mickey? Maybe I'll find one in Main Street.
Main Street, USA in the Magic Kingdom is small-town America at the turn of the century.
That's still there. I'm sure those are still there. Yeah. Main Street Cinema is still there. It's all still here. Nothing really changed. Okay. Let's look at the restaurants and shops.
Main Street USA shops offer a vast assortment of goods and services in a nostalgic turn-of-the-century ambiance.
They had that same damn statue you could buy at Disneyland, too. No one ever bought it.
A working barbershop and a general store.
They still have the
Restaurants
barbershop.
are also appropriately themed and serve traditional American food.
Okay. And that is the Magic Kingdom's long lost rides. Let's see what other parks we can investigate here. So we did that. This is before Animal Kingdom, so we can't explore that, but we can explore Discovery Island, which is currently abandoned. They were going to turn Discovery Island at one point into a lost adventure, but they totally stopped doing that.
Zoological park, inhabited by over 130 species of native, rare, and endangered animals. The island features one of the world's largest walk-through aviaries, with over 200 ibises. Also available are educational programs for both adults and children. Special shows presented daily feature birds of prey, parrots, and alligators.
People do sneak onto this island, yeah, and they take photos, and then they get in extreme trouble. During the pandemic, someone actually swam to the damn island, yeah. And so it no longer exists, but there is a very large community of vultures that lives on it. If you want to see really creepy footage of it, check out YouTube. A lot of these animals went right on over to Animal Kingdom.
For the 120 species of protected animals in the zoological park, special foods are prepared daily. Meals consist of fruits, vegetable greens, and a lot of bugs for the birds.
I think his nose looks like a hidden Mickey, but they won't let me choose it.
At the animal hospital, guests may observe veterinarians at work and watch baby animals in the nursery.
You can do that in Animal Kingdom. So a lot of the Discovery Island stuff, they just shifted over to Animal Kingdom because, I mean, same diff, it's a zoo. Zoo's a zoo, man. All right, that still exists, that still exists. What's this? The Walt Disney World Quiz Challenge. Walt Disney World Speedway no longer exists. Here we fucking go.
Several miles
this
from
is
the
gone.
International Sports Complex, motorsports find a new home at the Walt Disney World Speedway. The 1-mile tri-oval track hosted the inaugural Indy 200 at the Walt Disney World Resort in January 1996. The second running of the high-stakes Indy Racing League event that leads to the famed Indianapolis 500 will be on January 25th, 1997.
Cool. Yeah, this is gone now. They turned it into, I don't know what it is now. I actually do not know what they're doing with it now. Care about that. What's over here? Did I miss anything over here? All-Star Resort still exists. Yacht and Beach Club still exists. The Boardwalk still exists. Typhoon Lagoon still exists. Pleasure Island is gone and now part of Disney Springs. So let's take a look at Pleasure Island.
Every
This
night
I
is
wish
New
I could
Year's
have
Eve
gone
on
to.
Pleasure
Oh
Island,
my God.
Disney's nightlife entertainment attraction. Featured are live stage shows and nightclubs ranging from country western, jazz, and rock and roll to live comedy. There are also innovative restaurants, shops, and movie theaters. Portobello Yacht Club features homemade pastas, fresh coastal seafood, and specialty pizzas. Fulton's Crab House offers fresh seafood
Okay,
and
you say
traditional
that,
fare.
Krungo, but please understand that the mascot for... You say it all sounds horny and everything, but Pleasure Island's mascot used to be an extremely massive sign of Jessica Rabbit. So now who looks silly? That's a giant Jessica Rabbit? Is that sexual to anybody? I think not. No one has ever been horny for Jessica Rabbit.
According to legend, Pleasure Island was named after Meriwether Adam Pleasure, who disappeared at sea in 1941. His sons took over the island and managed it into bankruptcy. After a hurricane hit it in 1955,
Yeah, Pleasure Island has a
was
backstory.
abandoned and sealed up. In 1987, archaeologists uncovered the site and a large-scale reclamation project was begun. Reopened in 1989, the island was dedicated to the legacy of Meriwether Pleasure. Fun for all for fun.
All right, let's go to the trivia. The Adventurers Club is the one place that I think they should not have shut down.
It was the headquarters for Meriwether Pleasure's zany band of globe-trotting friends. Souvenirs of the members' outlandish expeditions and riotous adventures of the 1930s are displayed on the walls. In the exotic and amusing atmosphere of the club, guests encounter eccentric travelers and talking masks and participate
Yeah, they had
in old-time
animatronics that
radio
would talk and
shows.
people who would LARP with you and all kinds of stuff there. And now it is, I don't know, a restaurant, I think.
Combined with Disney Village Marketplace, Pleasure Island, and Planet Hollywood,
Planet Hollywood's
the
still
Disney
there.
District is the largest expansion of its kind in Walt Disney World history. New areas will include the House of Blues, Wolfgang Puck's Cafe, Lario's, a restaurant nightclub created by Latin superstar Gloria Estefan, and Disney's
That would be
Entertainment
Bongos.
Theater,
Bongos
a
is no
performing
longer
arts
there.
theater featuring visiting entertainers.
I like the creature on Planet Hollywood. Okay, so we investigated Planet Hollywood. We investigated Pleasure Island. It sounds very pleasurable. What else isn't here anymore? That Pavilion. Caribbean Beach Resort still exists. Imagineering is still there. Land acquisition, I assume they still do. This. I know the cast members still exist, I think. I don't care about your environmentality. See, we did that. We did that. They have the Disney Institute's no longer here. Okay, Disney Institute is okay. This I would have. I wanted this. You know what this is? It's an it's a school. It's
the Disney Institute
yeah.
is
Okay,
a new
I'll let them
concept
explain
in
it.
vacations. Over 60 different programs are offered to stimulate guests' minds and bodies.
It was an
Adults and
education
children over 7 years of age
vacation.
participate in unique hands-on experiences. Programs include gourmet cooking, environmental issues, and entertainment arts.
You could learn to run a TV station. You could learn to run a TV station and do radio work and all kinds of classes. It was Michael Eisner really believed in the Disney Institute, and it absolutely positively failed on every level because no one wanted to take a vacation to learn.
There are 28 studios at the Disney Institute for hands-on workshops in radio, television, film, and the animation arts.
I would have loved that. Would have loved that. Did I already click backstage? I'll do it again. No, I haven't.
Disney's Village Resort has been transformed into the villas at the Disney Institute. A variety of all-suite accommodations are available, including townhouses, Grand Vista homes, and circular treehouse villas.
Yeah, imagine your parents say they're going to take you on vacation to Walt Disney World, and instead of going to, like, Magic Kingdom, they just take you to the Disney Institute, and they're like, you're going to learn how to run TV, and you'll like it, kid. Okay, last but not least, we're going to Epcot. I think, wait, River Country. River Country is dead as a doornail. It was standing but not operating for a long time.
River Country, located at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, is an old-fashioned swimming hole filled with slides, whitewater tube rides, waterfalls, and rope swings. There are also picnic grounds, a sandy beach, and a nature trail through a cypress swamp.
They closed this one down because they had 2 other water parks that were doing much better. There are rumors that it closed down because kids died due to a brain-eating bacteria, and that's not true. The bacteria that the kids caught happened way before River Country closed, so that's not why. It closed because they had 2 other parks, and water parks are a little pricey to maintain. They ended up finally tearing this all down about 2020 or so because they were going to build a resort on this spot, a Disney Vacation Club resort. And the Disney Vacation Club resort never got built, so now there's just a big old empty place. A big old field with nothing in it.
Most of the rocks and boulders throughout River Country use the same design as those found at Big Thunder Mountain and the caves on Tom Sawyer Island.
That looks like a really fun lazy river, I gotta say. This was also a place that explorers, like abandoned place explorers would sneak into. Now they can't, because it's just a big old empty field.
River Country opened in 1976 and was the first water park at the Walt Disney World Resort.
Cool. Any hidden Mickeys here? None. Okay, I think we can finally go to Epcot. I'm not letting myself eat dessert before I have my vegetables, which are other resorts, I guess. Fort Wilderness still exists. Dixie Landing still exists, but they changed the name because that's a bad name. Click here for guided tour. I don't need a guided tour. Vacation Club Resort still exists. Okay, I think it's time. I think it's time to finally go to Epcot. Epcot. And then after we'll check coming attractions. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
2 realms. Future World, which explores human ingenuity and discovery.
Yeah.
World Showcase, which celebrates cultures of the world.
Yeah, culture.
Situated on over 250 acres, Epcot was first envisioned by Walt Disney in 1966.
I need to go to Epcot. It's like my
opened
destination in
1982.
life.
Peter Blake, the architectural editor of New York Magazine, recommends that all of New York City's town planning work be turned over to the Walt Disney Mickey Mouse organization because they seem to be the only people in America who are able to get anything done. Now, don't laugh. When you look around at this new town they have built here in Central Florida, you will think he is right. It is the most imaginative and most effective piece of urban planning in America. And that is totally aside from the Mickey Mouse amusement park area itself. It is outside of the park on Disney's own land, which is about twice the size of Manhattan. On this, they have built roads, transportation systems, lakes, golf courses, campgrounds, riding stables, stores, hotels, and so on. And they all fit together in a setting of land, air, and water better than any other urban environment in America. We all remember seeing.
I don't think they should turn it over to Disney.
Futuristic drawings.
New York, don't do
what
it.
The future of
Don't
the
do it, New
American
York.
city was going to be gleaming buildings, fast monorails, people in one place, cars in another. Well, this is the future, and none of it has happened. Nobody has done it but Disney.
Yeah, only Disney can do things. Let's check the trivia.
On a clear day, pilots.
Oh,
flying
listen
along
to that
the
Wonders
eastern
of Life
coast of
music.
Florida can spot spaceship.
Oh, that's good. I was gonna say, if you like smooth jazz, listen to the Wonders of Life area music. It's so good. All right, let's do the
When
panorama.
Epcot opened in 1982.
Yeah, whatever.
Waters from 20.
This no longer exists. That is what they're working on. A lot of this has changed. This is still here, though. Big Ball's still here. Thank goodness. All right, let's check out the parts of this bad boy. Got perfect. This is the perfect spot. Go there later. Let's check out Future World.
Future World at Epcot explores the world
Okay,
of discovery
look,
and innovation.
look, it's Buzzy! Buzzy, he's gone now. They stole his ass. His ass is done. R.I.P. Buzzy. Okay, so let's check out things that are gone. Living Seas is still here, but it's entirely different now, so let's check that out first. Almost all of this is different now.
The Living Seas in Future World is one of the largest aquariums in the world. This living museum holds thousands of fish and plants, along with divers at work in a panorama of life beneath the ocean's surface. After a ride through a Caribbean coral reef, guests enter hydrolators to descend into Seabase Alpha.
Bring
a
back
prototype
hydrolators!
undersea research center. 6
This
different
is all
modules showcase
Nemo
a
themed
variety
now,
of
so it's
displays
like,
and offer
Nemo,
hands-on
we're under the
activities.
sea! Yay! I like the old, like, utopian sign vibe better.
The Living Seas feature over 5,000 sea creatures, including
And don't they
gentle
look
manatee.
happy?
Grazing on seagrass, manatees eat for 6 to 8 hours every day, grow to 15 feet in length, and weigh up to 30.
Walt Disney World never had orcas.
Manatees can spend almost 25 minutes underwater before coming up for air, but only need to breathe for a few seconds before diving again. Manatees are an endangered species.
They
and are
did
protected by the
for a
federal
while have
government.
dolphins at Epcot, but they never had orcas. That's a SeaWorld Marine Land exclusive, baby.
Two tons of food a week are prepared for the thousands of tropical reef creatures living in the tanks. Divers plant synthetic coral made of ground fish.
I like the
other
pride
food,
flag on
and
her
dental
pants.
plaster for the
That's the
coral
pride flag
crunchers
for
to
if you like the
munch.
70s. Oceans of the world, let's freaking go.
Welcome to the oceans of the world.
Oh!
Here you can see mankind's destructive effects on a simple underwater ecosystem populated by sharks,
I freed 'em!
fish, and kelp. Click on the boat to begin shark hunting. To control the passage of time, click on slow, medium, or fast on the round gauge in the bottom right corner of the screen. To spill oil into the ocean, click on the oil drum. Click on the sewer pipe to release sewage runoff. Click on the shark or fish cages to increase their population. We hope this activity gives you a better understanding of the delicate balance of life that exists in the oceans of the world.
I killed the fish population. Oil spill. Come on, kill that shark. Kill that shark. We're going to ruin the ocean. We did it, everybody! We ruined the ocean!
The Living Sea.
All right, so the Living Seas is completely changed now, completely rethemed. But they still have, Interventions is different, but you all wanted to see Food Rocks. Let's check out Food Rocks.
Food Rocks in the Land is an all-star benefit for good nutrition, featuring singing and dancing fruit, vegetables, and assorted kitchen utensils. Hosted by Food Rapper, this rock and roll review is inspired by real-life rapper Tone Loc.
That's
Musical
true.
guests include the Peach Boys singing Good Nutrition and the Refrigerator Police performing Every Bite You Take. Other
That's
famous performers
Peta
featured are
Gabriel.
Chubby Cheddar and Peta Gabriel.
Peta Gabriel. That's Peta Gabriel. If you didn't know, that's Peta Gabriel. Folks, the man with the sledgehammer in his hand is Peta Gabriel. He wants to be your sledgehammer. He's Peta Gabriel.
Food Rocks replaced Kitchen Cabaret, a lively musical comedy based on proper diet. It starred Bonnie Appetit and is fondly remembered for the song Veggie Veggie Fruit Fruit.
That's true. It replaced a much calmer one, and Eisner was like, I want this ride to have celebrity impersonators. I need it to have Peta Gabriel. And it did.
In the pre-show area, guests' olfactory senses are tested by trying to identify aromas in 6 smell boxes. Garlic, chocolate, coffee, bacon, orange, and seafood.
Smell boxes long gone. No more smell boxes. Food Rocks was turned into the queue area for Soarin' Over the World, Soarin' Over California. So it's long gone. Simba here, Circle of Life, is no longer here. Formerly Symbiosis, now then Circle of Life, now
Simba,
Amazing
King
Planet.
of the Pride Lands, discovers that Timon and Pumbaa are clearing the savannah to build the Hakuna Matata resort. He tells them a tale told to him by his father Mufasa about how man sometimes forgets that everything is connected in the great Circle of Life.
Hey,
Circle of Life combines animation,
very funny for Nestle to sponsor the ride that's about how you shouldn't ruin the environment.
In the Harvest Theater.
Nestle, I think you're never mind. Never mind, Nestle. Is that a hidden Mickey? I like how I found not a single hidden Mickey. I like that. Okay. Also gone is Journey into Imagination with Figment. Long gone. It is now a different ride. It is now Figment Farts on You
Journey
ride.
into Imagination in Future World explores the Disney tools of magic, fantasy, and enchantment. Dreamfinder and Figment give guests a tour through the worlds of art, literature, theater, and science. Reaching deep into the recesses of the imagination process, Dreamfinder shows how
I wish this
accomplishments in
ride still
arts and
existed,
sciences
not just because it
begin
has a
with
cool
spark
green
of
and
an
pink
idea.
dragon. I guess it's purple and whatever. I like Figment a lot. I'm sad that he's been turned into a fart creature.
How do show designers turn an abstract idea into a story that all ages can share?
Way too
In
much
this
work.
attraction, inventing the characters Dreamfinder and Figment
I guess
is
he's
the key to
purple and
exploring the
orange, not
mysteries of creativity
whatever.
and imagination.
And what's the trivia?
Collage is the style of the iridescent painting on the wall in the visual arts scene. Produced by refracting light through polarized filters, it's the largest of its kind anywhere.
It's beautiful, and they cut it out to make room for Figment farting on you, so that's great. All right, Spaceship Earth still exists. Interventions is long gone now. They're turning it into Communicore again.
Constantly changing innovations in Future World is filled with
I love
state-of-the-art
this.
computers, virtual reality simulators, and the latest in home technology. Corporations from all over the world give guests the chance to test drive cutting-edge products. Innovations goes into the future to show how technology will change and improve lives.
Sega used to have a big presence in Innoventions, and you could do a lot of weird Sega stuff. No longer.
Utilizing sophisticated computer technology, the fountain in Innoventions Plaza pulses to upbeat music and sends dancing waters 150 feet in the air.
Trivia.
At night, fiber optic strands in the concrete tiles of the outdoor walkways create patterns of light on
Those tiles no longer exist. They changed them with something else. I really wish I could have seen those tiles, but things change, etc., etc. Blah, blah.
A multimedia show starring Bill Nye, the Science
I love when
Guy,
chefs
offers an
multimedia.
introduction to the creative thinking process of scientists and inventors. Electronic, a wisecracking see-through figure, shows guests how audio animatronics technology works.
Okay, so that was Innoventions. Also gone, Universe of Energy. It is now a Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster.
In Universe of Energy and Future World, guests see a film called Ellen's Energy Crisis, where Ellen falls asleep and dreams about competing in a quiz show where all the categories relate to energy. When the film ends, the seats move into a realistic, three-dimensional primeval world of ancient forests, volcanoes, and battling dinosaurs. The one-acre roof atop the Universe of Energy is covered with 80,000 photovoltaic cells producing 70,000 watts of power, enough to supply the needs of 15 single-family homes.
Cool. Why isn't it providing the energy to 15 family homes? Nice.
4 of the audio animatronics dinosaurs in the Universe of Energy are Apatosaurus, Allosaurus, Stegosaurus, and Tyrannosaurus rex. All the dinosaurs at the Universe of Energy are fabricated to actual size.
To actual size, huh? Huh. And that's Universe of Energy. Next up is the Wonders of Life Pavilion featuring Cranium Command. Let's check out Cranium Command, folks.
Cranium Command in Wonders of Life is a playful attraction that delivers learning with fun, telling a story of the interaction between brain and body. In a short film, General Knowledge recruits Buzzy to pilot the brain of a 12-year-old boy.
12-year-old
Guests
boy?
then enter into the boy's mind and experience the adventure through his eyes. It's up to Buzzy to help the boy through the troubles of a teenager trying to cope with food, bullies, school, and falling in love.
And falling in love.
The team that worked on this ended up being the team that fixed Beauty and the Beast. One of the animation teams who worked on this ended up doing fix-up for some Disney movie.
At Cranium Command, the theater is designed to make guests feel that they are in the mind of a 12-year-old boy. Rear projection screens allow them to see life through his eyes.
The voice of General Knowledge was played by
Corey Burton. That's me.
Hi, Corey. I wish they'd show you the inside of Wonders of Life, because it's a cool little pavilion.
But I guess I can't.
Body Wars! Oh, hell yeah! This is the Another Widowmaker ride.
Body
Ride
Wars and Wonders of Life is a
it has
twisting,
killed.
plunging voyage through the human body. To study how the immune system prevents infection from a splinter, the guest's vehicle is miniaturized and injected into the bloodstream. The exploration goes awry, forcing the ship to race through the heart and lungs. Losing fuel, the captain pilots the ship to the brain, where
Thank you,
electrical
Kaboom, for the
synapses
10
blast
bits.
the
I
ship
won't get
back to
stuck.
safety. A ride through the human body was one of the first ideas developed for Epcot. But early technology couldn't do the concept justice. Finally, in the 80s, flight simulator technology made Body Wars a reality.
Yeah, Body Wars was originally going to be just a big ride-through the human body, but they were like, it costs too much money to make a giant heart, basically. They didn't have enough space and not enough money at all, so they went the simulator route.
The simulator technology used in Body Wars is the same as that used in Star Tours.
That's true. However, this is a much rougher ride than Star Tours, like, by far. Okay, we did Wonders of Life. Next is Horizons, which is now Mission Space. Horizons is long gone. I wish I could have seen this.
A synthesis of
It's a
everything in
bizarre
Future World,
ride.
Horizons presents a vision of how transportation, energy, food, and communications, all operating together, can provide a better life for the people of the future. But rather than emphasizing technology and machinery, here the focus is on the family unit and an exploration of possible future habitats on land, at sea, and in space. Horizons will be changing to keep Future World a constant place of discovery.
They said Horizons would be changing, and by changing they mean shut down and destroyed and never fixed.
The two hemispherical screens in the Omnisphere, each 80 feet in diameter, curve over and above the audience like a planetarium in the sky. Guests ride through the center of this environment, completely surrounded by spectacular images of space and technology.
I guess you're right. Closure is the ultimate change. Death is the ultimate change. That is true.
Horizons is the only attraction that lets guests choose their own ending. With the push of a button, they can see what the future holds in space, underwater, or desert environments.
And that's the fancy-ass Horizons, no longer there. Test Track is completely different now as well, so let's take a look at the old Test Track.
Scheduled to open in 1997, Test Track in Future World is a speedy adventure modeled after an automobile testing facility.
Those children look like they're
Guests
crying.
experience a test drive over rough roads, through hairpin turns and extreme temperatures, in the longest, fastest ride Disney has ever created. This pulse-quickening attraction reaches highway speeds and gives guests a hands-on glimpse into the fast-lane world of automobile testing.
Cool! Look at this!
In this computer-generated simulation, Imagineers were able to preview Test Track from the driver's seat.
This is cool.
Extremes of speed, heat, cold, wind, and rough roads were tested in many different combinations before any of the actual attraction was ever built.
Sick. Nice. Trivia.
Test Track is the fastest ride Disney Imagineers have ever created. The six-seater cars approach highway speeds of 65 miles per hour. By comparison, Space Mountain rockets travel at 28 miles per hour.
That's not fast. I recall they're redoing Space Mountain's track, which is a good idea. That track hasn't been redone since it opened, I don't think. So we did Test Track. We did Figment. I don't think we did Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, which is no longer there.
In the 3D movie Honey, I Shrunk the Audience in Future World,
You get sneezed on and rats
Wayne
attack you in
Zielinski
this
is
one.
presented with the Inventor of the Year award from the Imagination Institute. Once again, he creates total chaos all around him. His shrinking machine spins out of control, and the audience is reduced to the size of a bread box, where they are menaced by some large and scary creatures. Even Wayne's son Adam gets into the act when he tries to pick up the theater and carry it away with him.
They had this at Disneyland. It replaced Captain EO, and then this was replaced with this replaced Captain EO, and then Captain EO replaced this after Michael Jackson died, and then that got replaced with Pixar shorts.
It's perfect for those who long for the companionship of a pet, but none of the associated mess or mice. Give me more power. Too much! Too much!
Cool. Trivia. That really happens.
The film is a combination of a real dog and a puppet head. The puppet head was 3 times larger than normal and was filmed against a 1/12 size miniature curtain.
Epcot at one point was the place to go if you wanted to be shrunk down tiny. With this and Body Wars, like, shit. Alright, ImageWorks. That's completely different now. Let's take a look at that.
Inside Journey into Imagination is a unique interactive area called the ImageWorks, where guests can let their creativity flow freely. They can put themselves in a TV show in Dreamfinder's School of Drama, or paint pictures by touching a computer screen in Figment's coloring book. Other interactivities include Making Faces, the Mirage Room, the Rainbow Corridor, and the Magic Palette.
They need to bring back the Rainbow Corridor for Pride Month.
When guests run their hands across the thousands of illuminated pins, sweeping patterns of color are created. For these unique screens, each pin had to be absolutely identical. A Disney artist spent a month in a pin factory monitoring production to make sure all pins were perfectly straight.
Imagine you had to be the pin guy at Disney. You thought you were going to animate Mickey, but they're like, you got to look at pins. You got to do it for a month. Look at these pins.
At Stepping Tones, guests can step on hexagonal patches of light to play different sounds. Fiddling, harp strumming, and drumming are just some of the sounds that were orchestrated by a composer so that all sounds are musically compatible.
All right. I think there's anything else here I've missed. I think I've... Entertainment. Actually, the entertainment has changed. Let's see that. I think these guys are still there, though.
There's live entertainment throughout Future World, such as the Jameters, who perform a
Jameters are still there, I
symphony
think.
in a comedic cacophony of sounds.
A comedic cacophony. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, wait. Restaurants and shops.
The shops throughout Future World feature character merchandise, sports, fitness, science, and Disney animation art and other collectibles. Restaurants offer healthy meal choices that include fruits and vegetables grown in the Land Pavilion.
Alright, most of that still exists. Names are changed, though. Let's get out of Future World and let's explore World Showcase. World Showcase, where are you? World Showcase. There we go.
World Showcase at Epcot presents countries and cultures from around the globe.
Okay, so we're gonna go try to... Not too much has changed. I don't know why the... Oh, that's Illuminations. Illuminations is gone.
Bursting with lights, lasers, and fireworks, Illuminations transforms World Showcase into a brilliant nighttime wonderland. Rousing classical music takes guests on a sound and light tour of the national showcases as they are illuminated by thousands of twinkling lights and special effects. 2 years and hundreds of new technological developments were required to achieve this spectacular production.
And we flush it all down for some of the ugliest barges you could see in our new show. Sorry, I don't like what they changed it to. It's kind of ugly. All right, I'm going to go to places that have changed. Not all of these have changes, but this one does. It's in Canada.
From a Northwest Indian village to a 19th century French chateau, the diversity of Canadian cities and the beauty of her wilderness is captured in Canada in World Showcase. The Western Hemisphere's largest nation features an imposing hotel, a French-Canadian town, and the formal Victoria Gardens. A footpath takes guests past waterfalls and pine trees to an abandoned mine tunnel from the Klondike Gold Rush days.
Let's go backstage.
Oh Canada.
Oh Canada has changed. It is a different movie now.
Bird's-eye views of Canada's charming cities and majestic mountains.
The LeFaux show is in France.
Canada's Victoria Gardens are a miniature
They
representation
filmed
of the famed
so
Bouchard
many
Gardens
episodes
in Victoria, British
of
Columbia.
the Hulk Hogan TV show at the Victoria Gardens. It was really funny. If you watch it, you will see the Victoria Gardens a lot. What was that Hulk Hogan show with the boat? Cool Boat?
3 of the conifer
Hulk's
trees
boat?
in Canada at World
Boat Town?
Showcase are replicas.
Magic Boat?
Imagineers
Thunder in
were
Paradise,
concerned
thank
that real
you.
trees would grow
Boat's
so
name's
tall,
Thunder.
They would throw the carefully designed landscape out of perspective. Three of the conifer trees in Canada at World Showcase are replicas. Imagineers were concerned that real trees would grow.
Okay, we got it. We got it. Let's see. Canada. United Kingdom is basically the same. There's no change there. France has one thing added, so I guess we'll check France.
The charm of the City of Lights is recreated in France at World Showcase. Guests experience a typical Parisian street with its boulangerie, bistro, shops, and sidewalk cafe. Impressions de France, a widescreen film of the French countryside and its people, is presented in the Palais du
Impressions du
At Les
France,
Chefs
I
de
want to say
France,
it's still there, but it
3 of
shares
France's top culinary
space with
wizards
a
prepare
Beauty and the
true
Beast sing-along
gourmet
show.
French cuisine.
Let's go le backstage.
The film Impressions de France is set to the music of classical French composers. To shoot the widescreen film, filmmakers traveled to 140 locations.
Oh yeah, and they added the
Of
rat
Eiffel
ride
Tower
to
is
France.
built to 1/10 scale of the original in Paris. The footbridge connecting the International Gateway to France is modeled on the Pont des Arts in Paris that leads from the Louvre to the left bank.
And that's France. Okay, we have entertainment here. I know the entertainment's changed, so let's take a look at that.
Entertainment in World Showcase features performers native to their host countries, such as the Festival Marrakesh in Morocco, the Stiltbirds from Japan.
I don't know if the
Le
stilts are
Clown
still there.
Gourdoun in France,
Clown's not still
and
there.
The Caledonia Bagpipes in United Kingdom.
I don't think the bagpipers are there either. So I think none of that entertainment's still there. Great. Let's see. Morocco's mostly the same. Japan has not changed at all. Italy is mostly the same. Germany, same. China is actually, they just added a film there. Norway has some differences. Let's go.
In World Showcase,
Norway has a ride that's no longer there. They turned into a Elsa Anna Frozen ride.
Also here is a replica of a wooden stave church and a castle fashioned after Akershus, a 14th century stone fortress. In Maelstrom, guests take a harrowing trip through Norway's history on dragon-headed Viking ships. The boat spins around and drops backwards down a raging waterfall into the North Sea. Docked at the entrance to the showcase is an exact replica of a Viking ship.
Don't know if that's still there.
Which sailed from Nova Scotia.
If you know if it is,
Walt
shout
Disney
out in the
World
chat, because I have
to
no clue.
commemorate
Never
the
been to
first
Epcot,
Norse
so I don't
sighting
know.
of America.
Disney, I haven't heard of a recent thing of theirs that isn't around branded IP, so I'm going to go with no. That they don't have any non-branded IP stuff in the pipeline.
Though there used to be many stave churches all over Norway, only 30 of them still stand today.
Cool. More stuff.
Opened in 1988, Norway is the most recent country added to World Showcase.
And that's Norway. Last but not least, we're going to Mexico, which has a brand, which his ride has changed, but they should have the old ride in it.
Emerging from lush tropical vegetation at the edge of World Showcase Lagoon, an ancient pyramid invites guests to the colorful history of Mexico.
Yay.
Inside, a changing gallery displays examples of Mexican artifacts from 1200 BC to the 1500s AD. El Rio del Tiempo.
El Rio del
takes
Tiempo
guests on a
is
boat
now
cruise
a
through time,
Three
depicting the
Caballeros
rich
themed
history of
ride.
pre-Columbian, colonial, and modern Mexico.
But I've been hearing they're going to change it to a Coco ride, so maybe.
The 36-foot-high Pyramid Temple is fashioned after Mesoamerican architecture that dates back to the 3rd century AD. The steep flight of stairs led to the sanctuary of the high priests. The serpent heads that flank the stairs to the top of the pyramid represent the Aztec god Quetzalcoatl.
So another fun thing is that because they serve alcohol a lot at Epcot, people tend to get drunk and try to climb the pyramid. There's like a sign that tells you not to do it, but people do it anyway because they're drunk.
Mexico is the only showcase that is entirely indoors.
Nice.
Where it's always a romantic moonlit night.
I like when things are indoors because I get hot really easy, so I gotta stay indoors mostly. And let's see, anything else I can... Italy is the same, really. American Adventure is mostly the same. Japan is almost the same. Yeah, these are all the same here. Let's check out the... See, I want to click on that thing. Oh, wait. I already clicked on it. Never mind. Sorry, I'm getting too excited here. There's just so much. Okay, let's click here. The restaurants and shops.
World Showcase offers guests an international variety of dining and shopping experiences.
I love her Mickey
featuring
vest.
Authentic native cuisine and merchandise from the 11 representative countries.
I like the blankets. I have one of those kind of blankets. Somewhere. Last but not least, let's check out... Let's check out a perfect spot. Boing!
With the success of Disneyland Park fresh in his mind, Walt Disney dreamed of building a complete resort destination for the entire family. He searched for a spot with enough land to do all the projects he had imagined and found it near Orlando, Florida. This location was chosen because of its climate and proximity to several interstate highways and growing population centers.
Backstage.
Now, in larger scale on this map, our Florida land is located partly in Orange County and Osceola County, between the cities of Orlando and Kissimmee. And the important thing is that the Disney World is located just a few miles from the crossing point of Interstate 4 and Sunshine State Parkway, Florida's major highways carrying motors east and west and north and south to the center of the state.
Ah.
The Walt Disney World property covers 30,500 acres, or about 47 square miles, roughly twice the size of Manhattan Island.
Yeah, but Manhattan doesn't have roller coasters. Just saying.
The Walt Disney World property covers 30,500 acres.
Okay, I already did that, sorry. More stuff.
Walt Disney and a jeep load of his Imagineers first inspected the future site of Walt Disney World in 1964. What they found were 43 square miles of wilderness and wildlife, cypress and pine, orchids and oranges. This remote land had been used primarily for cattle grazing, agriculture, and logging.
And now it's Disney World. Sorry for agriculture. All right. Coming attractions. Let's go. Let's go. Coming attractions. Where are you? Where are you, coming attractions? No. Where are you? I lost you. There we go.
Disney's Coronado Springs Resort is a convention resort designed to resemble a southwestern village. On the Disney Cruise Line, guests of all ages combine a stay at a Walt Disney World
cruise
resort
line.
with a cruise
I guess
to
that's
a
new.
private tropical island. Disney's Animal Kingdom will offer a journey into the mysteries and marvels of wild and prehistoric animals. The Walt Disney World International Sports Complex will
Wide World
accommodate
Sports.
professional caliber training, competition, and tournament-type sporting events. Competition and tournament-type sporting events.
Well, we already know about all of those. Is that a hidden Mickey? It looks Mickey-ish. All right, and I think that was our visit with Walt Disney World Explorer. Those are the now long-gone Disney World stuff. We now know all about... Oh, I meant to click away, and it was like, oh, you wanted this over? And I'm like, I guess. All right. That was Walt Disney World Explorers. Thank you so much for investigating that with me. It was cool to see all the stuff that no longer exists, although I wish you would let me go more in depth in some of them. But I enjoyed that. And yeah, this was before Disney Quest, so yeah, none of that. I wish they had a Doonesbury attraction, but unfortunately, the world we live in is not beautiful enough to have a Doonesbury ride. Folks, it's time for intermission, and when we come back, we're going to take a look at some VHS tapes featuring long dead or never made theme parks. So I'll see y'all in about 10 minutes or so. See you then. Oh, good gracious. You didn't know. I could have. Oh, everybody knew. Everybody told me I was muted and I didn't notice. Oh, I'm sorry. I was so quiet. Well, you didn't miss anything aside from me thanking everybody for the support. Thank you all so very much for the support. And thank you all, everyone, for sticking around for the next segment, which is a look at defunct or never opened theme parks. So first up is Splendid China. Y'all ever heard of Splendid China? Splendid China is a miniature park, as in a park filled with literal miniatures, co-owned by a Chinese corporation. And oh my gosh, why is that so? Let me increase this bad boy side. There we go. Thank you, Psychedelic Freak Show. Splendid China, extremely controversial park. One of the most controversial parks in Orlando. And yeah, let's take a look at Splendid China. I don't think y'all are going to believe this one. Actually, you probably will believe this one. I want you to see if you can figure out why this park was so controversial without checking the Wikipedia page. I'll read to you from the Wikipedia page here and there. When the video had to start.
Ni hao. This means hello. How are you?
I'm fine.
Welcome to an ancient land of wonderful charm and culture. In China, they have a saying for those about to begin a long, long journey.
Some of you think you can guess why it's controversial. I want you to know, the park itself.
That first step.
It's less the content of. Well, actually, it is a little bit of the content of the park, but
grandeur, art, excitement, and the oldest continuous culture on Earth.
But I guess I'll tell you a little bit of info.
Splendid China.
Sister park to Splendid China in Shenzhen, China. Cost $100 million to build.
China's history as a unified nation began about 220 BC.
It's not related to Shenyun, but it kind of is. Hear me out.
Crushed rival states.
Initially, Chinese artists were hired to perform in the park. After a number of them tried to seek political asylum in the United States, they were replaced by local performers, according to Wikipedia.
In effect, Qin Shuang was the first.
This park did launch. It lasted from 1993 to 2003. So, the biggest controversy of this park was from the citizens against communist Chinese propaganda. They criticized the Chinese government's ownership of the park because it was owned by the state-owned corporation China Travel Service. There were a lot of protests at the park. A lot of protests by the citizens against communist Chinese propaganda. Mostly the protests were against the Mongolian and Tibetan exhibits at the park, saying that the Mongolian and Tibetan exhibits were filled with anti-Mongolian propaganda. The brother of the 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet attended a protest at the Florida Splendid China to commemorate the 48th anniversary takeover of Eastern Turkestan. The 1996 Florida Teaching Professionals NEA State Conference voted to ban personal or school trips to Splendid China by any teachers who were members.
Splendid China's extraordinary exhibits. Each ceramic figurine was individually sculpted and painted by hand.
So that's the controversy. There was a group that really hated it because they did not like that it was owned by the Chinese government. And also some of the exhibits were said to be Chinese propaganda. I never saw it, so I can't speak.
Splendid China has 35,000 of these figurines on display.
Beautiful figurines, though.
All structures
are
exact replicas, made of the same materials used in the originals. Each shingle is separate, each stone and brick. In all,
Anyways, you'll
more
never
than
guess what this is
12
now.
billion
Guess what it
pounds of
is.
Materials were shipped from China to Florida. What you see on your visit to Splendid China is nothing
No,
less
not toxic
than
waste
all
dump.
the landmark sites in the history and culture of the
Not the
second
Jesus Park,
largest nation
actually.
on
You know,
Earth.
most of the Jesus
Larger
parks
than
are
the
actually
US,
closing across
with a fifth
America.
of the world's
A lot of that
population,
stuff is kind of going
wedding
under.
system that
No,
dates
it
back
is now.
4,000 years.
The Margaritaville Resort. And it's
tours
that
are available,
Margaritaville Resort
you can
with the
explore on your own.
weird water park attached to it, I think.
Splendid China is the only cultural theme park in the Orlando, Florida area. It's a serene, authentic experience, different from any other. It fills your senses with exotic scenes, tastes, and scents. On your tour of Splendid China, you also enjoy incredibly
Oh no,
talented
Splendid China
Chinese
seems fine.
performers.
Yeah, Space Dumpster. It seems like
Dancers,
this would be a nice abandoned park to walk around
and
in.
others. All can be seen at Splendid China's Temple of Light and Golden Peacock Theater.
Yeah, this is actually my first time watching this
let
tape.
the
I
journey
wanted to go in
begin.
blind to just
Journey
to
of
have a reaction.
10,000 miles.
And I gotta say, this looks like a
5,000
very
years
beautiful
of
park.
Chinese
There
history
used to be parks in the Florida area that were just like pretty to look at.
The Buddha statue
Like,
in
you know,
Yungan Grotto
Cypress Gardens was
built
another
around
park that you would just walk
500
around
AD.
in and you're like, wow, it's
If the
pretty.
Great Wall
Splendid
was
China had
directed
no
outward
rides at all,
against
if I recall.
invaders,
Not a single
the
ride.
Buddha at Yungang is directed inward, seeking enlightenment within the person. In terms of Chinese philosophy, they are yin and yang. Most statues of the Buddha
I
show him
completely
seated in a
believe
lotus
that it would
position
be
for meditation.
completely empty Space
But
Dumpster.
in this replica,
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
laughable
if
stone
this place had
carvings
any
and
ride, it would just be
sculpture,
like a theater,
you
like
can
you would
see
look
him
at or
lying
something.
down.
I'm not sure what it would actually
Note
have.
that
And yeah,
he's only
there
half
used to be
asleep.
more like parks with
Eyelids
like
are
less
still parted slightly
stuff.
in
They had a
calm
in
awareness.
Tijuana. You had a place called Mexiland.
These
That
are the
sounds
beautiful sculptures
fascinating.
in Longmen Grotto, 100,000 disciples in stone. Some fearsome, some peaceful, surround the statue of Lasana. The massive Lashan Buddha sits enthroned, upright, not in the lotus
Oh, I misread
where
that as
three
lesbian
thunderous
Buddha.
rivers unite in the
Oh,
Sichuan
that's not what that
province
is.
of China. The monk who dreamed up
I
this
have heard of the
236-foot
south of the
statue
border
located it there in the hope it would
tourist
save
trap
boatmen
place.
from
That
drowning.
place is
The
wild.
reproduction at Splendid China
You can like
towers
stay there
4
too. Like you
stories
could
high.
stay. I think you could stay in the sombrero at south of the border.
The thousand eyes.
Oh,
and
cool! The
1,000
original
hands
Splendid China is
one-yin
still around.
statue
Yeah.
looks down kindly on all of Splendid China. It represents the Bodhisattva. The
Yeah.
enlightened
When
one
this park
who
became
chooses to
abandoned,
stay in this
if I recall, they
illusory
left
and
most
painful
everything
world
here,
to help
and
others,
it got.
rather
This
than
place got
entering
its shit
nirvana.
rocked by.
eyes
I'm gonna
watch
link to
over
a
the
photo
hordes to be
from
helped.
Wikipedia
The
here
hands
of what
reach
this
out to
place
give
looked
aid.
like.
If the spirit of China is visible in these ancient
Oh, I don't know if that
statues,
works.
then
Whatever.
surely
Where's
it
the
is
Where's the
alive
share
in
button?
Chinese
Give me that
dance.
share button. There we
Another
go. Let me
part
share
of
this
the
with.
cultural heritage you experience and enjoy.
Well, that worked
Travels
even
in
less. So,
Splendid China.
anyways, you can look that up. Okay, good.
Ancient dance, youthful performance. That seamless continuity is seen also in the Jin Ancestral Temple, built 1,500 years ago, then renovated often in the centuries
Like I
since.
said, I literally don't know enough
The
about
ancient
anything. I am
cross-shaped
too
bridge
stupid
is the
to figure
only one
out
of its
like
kind
what was
preserved
so
in China
controversial.
today.
I'm trying to find the info about what was so controversial about this place, and I am like, I don't know. Park looks pretty though.
At the magnificent Temple of Heaven, completed
Although
in
I guess having
1530,
your employees constantly
emperors of
defect to the
Ming
United
and Qing
States was probably an
dynasties
issue.
would offer sacrifices on the winter solstice and pray for rain and a good harvest throughout the land.
I do like miniature parks, though. The only reason I want to go to Legoland
Chinese
is to look at the
envisioned
miniatures.
sky as round, and the earth is square.
The Walt
So
Disney
the
World
temple
went
and
good.
courtyard were
I looked up
designed
a
in
bunch
these
of clothes
shapes.
stuff at Walt Disney World Explorer, and a lot of stuff there is gone. Now we're looking at Splendid China, a park that was very much hated by citizens against communist propaganda, is what the group called themselves.
Halfway to heaven, the mid-air temple.
Yeah,
was
no, I'm with
clung
you,
to
Stray
a
Cat.
cliff
I don't know
through
what's like a real
storms,
protest and what's
earthquakes,
just people
and
being like,
centuries of erosion.
ugh, I hate these. I hate,
consists of
what's.
40
It's hard to figure out what's
spidery
real and what's
structures,
just people being
now
racist sometimes, you know.
15 centuries
Yeah,
old.
yeah, it's just.
Inside are statues of the founders.
I'm assuming there might be a little bit, but like I genuinely don't know. Please don't. I don't feel legit
and
intelligent
Taoism.
enough to actually know.
In this miniature, you see how the temple seems to float on the air, defying gravity like a Chinese acrobat. Acrobats and jugglers from China are the world's
Okay, that's sick though. No matter what you can say about the park, this is sick. This is sick. Okay, no, oh, yeah, that's sick too. I like the fire thing. That was sick.
They're part of Splendid China.
Oh, I should have shown off Holy Land in the. Okay, I'm gonna actually look for footage of. I'm actually writing this down. Hold on, so I don't forget. I'm gonna go look for footage of Holy Land for my next theme park themed review. Hold on.
The three ancient pagodas form a kind of architectural balancing act. Together, they have stood.
I gotta
near
show that
Valley
off.
City
I gotta
for
find some of that
centuries,
Holy Land
with
stuff.
Pilgrims along the shoreline contemplating the scenery, a dreamlike setting for the pagodas.
The only thing that would suck about going here is, some parents would drag around their kids, and their kids would be so bored, and those kids would be acting up and crying and be really like,
were said
ugh.
to sing whenever a visitor dropped a pebble. The Manfailong Pagoda is in southwestern China, where a
I have
mysterious
never shown
footprint
up.
in the
Actually, I'm
bedrock
going to add Cypress
was thought
Gardens.
to be the Buddha's.
I wanted to show that off,
It's
but I
also
know it's like a
called
Legoland
the
now.
Bamboo Shoot
I
Pagoda,
think,
because
yeah.
it resembles a clump of bamboo. Several of the figurines at the Manfailong Pagoda perform a dance.
Yeah, I would have
imitating the
liked it.
courtship
Like,
of
if
the
you like
peacock.
miniatures, this would have been a really cool
They seem
place.
nearly as
Especially
real
because
as
they're
the
not
graceful
plastic; they're all
dances of
ceramic
White
miniatures.
Watch
It looks
in our
like.
Temple of Light Amphitheater.
She's wiggling. Like, this seems like, if you're not if you can't ride roller coasters, this would be a cool park to go to. But it needs a tram. That's my issue, is that there's no trams. It needs a tram or a train or some sort of people mover
And
thing.
the mother and child traveling together.
I just think
These
all parks need
limestone
trams.
fantasies were sculpted by
Did you know
270
they are
million
adding
years
a
of
monorail to Six Flags Fiesta
Unlike
Texas? I
humans,
probably mentioned this a
nature
billion
has never
times,
rushed it
but they're
earlier.
adding a Superman-themed monorail that it looks so good. I want to go
The
so
same
bad. It's not
process
open yet, but
created
it's
the
going to be
rocky
opening
scenery
soon, and I
along
want to
the Liqian River
go.
in Guilin. These grottos and outcrops have inspired Chinese artists for centuries.
Yeah, it's not going to be a huge
The
monorail, but
forces
it's
of
going to be
nature
a
have attacked the Jiaozhou Bridge since
monorail
about the year
like
600.
themed to
This
Metropolis, and
graceful
it's like the whole thing
single
is,
arch span
this is how
has
Superman
withstood
commutes to
rain,
work, and I'm
snow,
like,
and 8 earthquakes.
I respect that
All
so
that
much. I respect that the
11
owner of
wars
Six Flags
beside.
Fiesta Texas wanted a monorail so bad. They were like, it's themed to Superman. Don't
The
worry about
17
it.
opening bridge is a fine example of Chinese architecture. In the replica
Sorry,
of
I
Splendid
just,
China,
I don't think
the
y'all
interior
understand. There's a
party crosses the bridge
monorail.
for a holiday outing.
I'm going to be within
Good
distance of a
times seem to
monorail.
require plenty
I
of
mean, I'd
support
have to
personnel.
get a bus ticket to go to San Antonio and then buy admission into the park, but that's like I go on the right day, I can get in for like $30.
The Summer Palace was established in the Qing Dynasty, then reconstructed in 1903.
Let's
by
see,
the
it'd be
Empress
$50
Dowager
for a bus
Tutsi,
ticket
who
and
dipped into Navy funds to get the job done.
admission into Six Flags. Six Flags Fiesta
court,
Texas admission
the
is
Empress
actually pretty
doubtless
cheap
enjoyed
sometimes.
ceremonial
If you buy them
displays of
online, it's
martial
actually
arts,
pretty good.
but none finer than these at Splendid China.
I guess food money. Although the nice thing is, you're usually not allowed to bring in food to Six Flags and stuff because you're like, you know. But because I'm celiac, technically if you're celiac, you're allowed. I actually checked the website. You're allowed to bring in a lot of food, so to eat, not like like a barbecue, but you can bring in enough food for lunch and dinner. So I can bring in the food I want. Although they do have gluten-free pizza at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, so I could eat that. They have Dippin' Dots there, which I will eat. Sorry, my big plan is to be able to somehow save enough money, which is why I'm streaming, to save up money to go to Fiesta Texas. That's my big dream. It's a crazy dream, but with all the subs and stuff I'm getting, I think I will be able to achieve it. So thank you everyone for the support. I respect it. I appreciate it. You're helping to pay for me to go to a theme park, and also you're paying my medical bills. Mostly it's my medical bills, but everything after medical bills is going straight to theme park money.
Venice. Doorways open onto picturesque canals, which serve as the streets and lanes of the village.
Cool. Thank you. I literally have not been into a theme park since 2009. No, wait. I went to the Kima Boardwalk. That counts, I guess. So 2010. It's been since 2010. Wow. That's like almost 15 years.
Where they trade wares.
I've never been to Fiesta Texas, but it looks cool.
Competed horse racing and wrestling. The Mongolian exhibit at Splendid China features
they move. That's cool.
To recreate these ancient sporting games. In a way, Splendid China is a nadam that never ends. People from far and wide come together for fun.
Don't worry. If I go to Six Flags, I'm not right. There's only like... Good job, Dad.
A time for dancing and a time for dying. Good character.
A time
does
for
not
dying.
preserve a
Thanks.
man from death, said the Taoist philosopher Chuang-Tzu.
People would straight up bring
In the
rice
spring
cookers
of
into Disney
1974,
Shanghai. That rules. That
1,500
rules.
meters east
Anyway, I won't be
of the
going on. There's only
Qing
one roller coaster
Mausoleum,
I'm going on at Six Flags,
digging a
and
well
that's going to
found
be
evidence
the
of 3
kiddie
huge
coaster.
vaults
I'm not going on any of the
containing
other like
8,000
rides that'll mess up my
life-size
back
terracotta
because
soldiers,
I'm old
war
and my
horses,
back
and
sucks.
carts.
So I got to take
This
care of it,
was
unfortunately.
The greatest archaeological find of the century. The soldiers are said to be an offensive battle group heading east to conquer the next world. The underground terracotta army at Splendid China matches in miniature the original in the tomb, right down to the mustaches and ferocious scowls.
Yeah, for some reason, Six Flags Fiesta Texas, it's adding roller coasters, but they're adding like family rides, like the monorail and like a cyborg-themed ride that's like kind of more all ages and stuff. It's like there's a lot to do there if your back sucks compared to other Six Flags, which is why I'm really excited. Also, the owner is a theme park nerd, and they're like super. They are so excited about the monorail. I am too, but it's like so nice. It's so nice to live near a park that I could actually like ride the rides at.
Completed in 1420, the palace has 9,999.5 rooms.
That's a lot of
and was
rooms.
occupied by emperors of the Ming and Qing dynasties. Today, it's the Palace Museum.
Dallas, actually, speaking of rides for the whole family. Up in Dallas, they're getting a Universal Studios that's just like themed for kids, which I don't know how I would feel going to a kids-only theme park in Dallas as a gay man, because some people are weird about that stuff. Not in San Antonio, but you know. But it does. They are getting a lot up in Dallas. They got the Universal Studios coming. I think they've got a Legoland coming up there, and they've got a Meow Wolf. So Dallas is the place to be.
Even in miniature at Splendid China, it seems massive.
Oh, Arnold, what roller coaster did you go on? I want to know.
Places. Traditionally, the enormous tapestry of the Buddha kept in the palace is unrolled only once each year. A rite of spring called...
Oh, you went to Canopy Lake. Cool.
Monks
I know. I've heard of that coaster. Canopy Lake is cool.
Far away come here for the event. Some dress ceremoniously as demons, since Buddhism in Tibet absorbed many of the practices of primitive religions.
Oh, never mind. They do have a tram. I take it back. They have a tram.
From the far
okay, never mind. There is a tram. Well, I take back my only complaint.
The water city, Suzhou. Set amid artful arrangements of rock,
oh yeah, I want to go on the. I love the
water.
Old dark rides
These
at
shops
like
the
Kenobi
village
Park and other
offer you the
places.
chance to take home a precious bit of Splendid China.
I'm just glad there was a tram. I just, you
Intricate
know.
silk embroidery is performed by Chinese artisans before your eyes. Down through the ages, the Chinese have raised this art to perfection. The themed China Village shop...
Okay, that kid was smacking that vase with that thing. Watch out! This is definitely you break it, you pop
room
it.
decorations with classic Chinese motifs, ship carvings with eye-catching detail, and much more.
Yeah, this looks like a pricey shop.
And watch one of our potters at work, crafting a vase or bowl.
I love that guy's shirt.
A hand-painted Chinese fan is the embodiment of delicacy, beauty, and discretion. Stock your kitchen with Chinese teas, noodles, and other delicious foods.
Oh no, Fidget, you would black out on the high
If
G
you
turns.
or
No.
someone you know needs a cuddly panda, Splendid China has a den full.
What animatronics?
The panda grandkids.
Oh my
With a
God.
little help from a friendly giraffe.
Yo, I didn't know. That's so
Younger
good.
visitors of all ages.
Oh my God, that panda. Oh my God. Holy moly.
For the kids, there's
What? There was a
also
play
an exciting
area?
amusement park where fun abounds.
What?
And who would dream of visiting China without enjoying authentic Chinese cuisine?
That looks so
4
good.
different restaurants, including the splendid Suzhou Pearl, bring you the exciting tastes, scents, and textures of China.
Tastes good.
Yeah, I could go for some seafood, honestly. I'd like to visit actual China too. I want to go to
Florida
Shanghai
climate,
Disney.
much
It looks
like
really
the
cool.
climate along the South China Seas makes a tour of Splendid China a pleasure at any time of year. But for even more fun and beauty, come back for one of our special events. The Kite Festival, held in summer, offers dazzling examples of the ancestral Chinese craft of kite making.
Yeah, I want to go to Japan too, but I mostly want to look
Birds
for
and
laser
colorful
discs.
dragons soar and swoop
Oh
in the
yeah, Hong
skies
Kong.
over Splendid China.
Hong Kong's cool as hell too.
In September, the Harvest Moon Festival brings a bumper crop of entertainment. The Christmas Festival brings elaborate gifts of music, lights, and dancing. Nighttime is
Oh, how
always a
cool! That looks
special time in
nice.
Splendid China.
That's a nice little
The old
light setting,
streets of
light package
Suzhou
there.
glow under the colored lights, edging the pagoda roofs.
It's very nice.
Many
And
cities come
fireworks.
to an end with glorious bursts of color in the skies.
Okay.
The Chinese invented fireworks.
Well, I'd like to go to Splendid
still
China, but
make the
now
best
it is
and
unfortunately Margaritaville.
We hope you'll come back to Orlando's only cultural theme park and take that first step again on the unforgettable journey through Splendid China.
Richard Sibley Advertising. Kissimmee. Oh, it's in Kissimmee, not exactly. Close enough. All right, that was Splendid China. Next up, we're going to look at an unbuilt Disney thing. So, folks, y'all ever hear of Discovery Bay? Discovery Bay was going to be a H.G. Wells themed land at Disneyland or Walt Disney World, I forget which. Now, it was going to be designed by Tony Baxter, and it did not happen. It did not happen. They did not make the Discovery Bay fix this. They did not. They ended up not making Discovery Bay, although they did take a lot of the ideas, I should say, of Discovery Bay and just kind of plop them onto Disneyland Paris. So, what they also had planned with this, and I shit you not, even before construction began or was even considered or anything at the original Disneyland for Discovery Bay, they were like, you know what? What if we tied in a TV show? So this is a promo pitch for the Discovery Bay Chronicles, a non-made TV show for a non-made Disney area. Thank you, Harry Walton.
Our ship sails with the tide, so I'll be brief. My name is Jason Chandler. You may not recall, so let me refresh your memory. In the 1870s, with the aid of a locomotive drilling engine far ahead of its time, I discovered an immense vein of gold deep in the Thunder Mountains. Its volume beyond measure. So vast as to render the entire gold standard as worthless as tin.
Okay.
So I brought back less than a fraction of that amount.
By the way, pausing for a second just to mention, when he mentions Thunder Mountain, he's talking about, if you know about Big... Oh, how did I forget the name of one of my favorite roller coasters of all time? Anyways, he's actually talking about the Big Thunder Mountain that the roller coaster Big Thunder Mountain is a part of. And yeah, Discovery Bay was going to be a steampunk-esque area attached to literally Big Thunder Mountain.
1,000 times more than enough
But,
to finance the construction of a marvelous refuge.
Yeah, there was a lot
scientific
more planned for Big
discovery and
Thunder Mountain,
imagination.
and it never happened.
Located in a remote cove on the California coast, I called it appropriately Discovery Bay.
Discovery Bay also at one point
Here
was
I
going to be an
assembled the
original
world's greatest minds
Long
to bring
Beach
forth unrestrained
harbor-themed
remarkable
theme
achievements
park
in
that they never
science and
ended up
invention.
building.
Several of our future plans include underwater living quarters and ships which will cruise beneath the ocean's surface. We will eventually embark to conquer the skies with flying craft. And Captain Briand is on his way here this very moment to donate his services in his airship, Hyperion. My scientific colony remains in seclusion until our experiments prove successful. We have visionaries young and old working
Yeah,
here.
the original
with
Disney
ideas
Sea was
far
going to be
outreaching
in
the
Long
wildest
Beach.
fantasies ever dreamed of, even by that French novelist, what's his name? Jules Verne. And yet, fiction often has a way of becoming fact. For while we're on the subject of Verne, allow me to show you something.
Uh-huh. I know that some of the attractions planned for Discovery Bay they ended up building, not just at Oh shit, Kuma, thank you for the $20. It's really generous. Thank you so much. Thank you so very
In
much. I
20,000
appreciate
leagues
that.
under the seas, A giant monster was reportedly sinking ships at random.
Oh, is this
in
just going to play the whole
southern
stinger?
Pacific Oceans.
No, let's vibe with this.
Appearing
Yeah,
only at
yeah.
night
Hold on.
With its great glow.
Oh, you can't hear the alert, can you? Okay, here's the alert that's happening. I don't know why the alert didn't play for you. Aw. The alert's still going for me. I don't know why this is so... Is this like 30 seconds? The alert's been lasting longer than the thing. Wait, I think the conclusion's coming up. Here we go. I will be fixing that to be shorter. I did not mean... Fiddle-de-gurt, that was a long alert. And now back to the Discovery Bay Chronicles.
Eyes just at the water's surface. It would travel at incredible speeds. Strike and destroy these ships without warning. But in actuality, this
Fiddle-de-dunk,
so-called
that
monster
ship
was
is
a submarine
sunk.
boat, christened the Nautilus and commanded by a misanthropic genius. Without a country or a name, he called himself simply Captain Nemo. And if you recall your school day Latin, the word Nemo is translated as meaning no one, no man.
I love the movie No Man. Excuse me, Mr. Tony Baxter. You seem to have exploded everything that you were planning.
The Nautilus, Captain Nemo and his renegade crew disappeared beneath the waves. The very forces Nemo used to power his ship, he in turn utilized to destroy his hidden laboratory base on an uncharted island in the Pacific. And for nearly 30 years,
We found Nemo and we just sunk him. We sunk his ass. Down to the depths you go, Nemo.
who had taken a voyage 20,000 leagues around the world in the submarine, managed to escape. They were Nemo's prisoners at the time. A French scientist, his assistant, and a harpooner from San Francisco. It was in this iron boat, once belonging to the Nautilus, that they sought their freedom. While in San Francisco several years ago, I purchased it from the harpooner after hearing his story. He was only too happy to be rid of it. It's only one piece in an immense
Yeah,
puzzle to
something
go
you need
by,
to know about Tony Baxter, the creator of Discovery Bay Chronicles and many other delightful rides, is that he was a freak for Jules Verne's and H.G. Wells. That's why in the mid-90s, all the Tomorrowlands got that H.G. Wells overhaul, because they were like, well, Tony Baxter, we're finally going to build your H.G. Wells Freakathon, but only at Tomorrowland. He eventually got to build it at Paris and Tokyo Disney Sea, but you know. The man had to wait.
Another chapter in the famous Discovery Bay Chronicles. Well, time and tide, as they say. So I'm off.
Time and Tide is my favorite
Got an extra
Basia
book or two.
album.
Why don't you come along?
Okay.
Oh, don't forget to turn down the lamp and close the door.
No.
We may be gone for quite a spell.
By gone, you mean never arrived. Harry Walton. I wonder if he was in the famous Waltons. That's just probably the worst thing I've said on stream. Ham and Walt Gilmore. I don't know any of these names.
Thank you, Disney Productions, for the use of your own items. Tony, Tony, Tony. Oh, I wish your dream could have come true. Fiddly-doo, your dream did not come true. Regular time. All right, next up, last but not least, our final video of the night, of the actually afternoon, I should say, is the Opryland Kids Club. Folks, you know of Opryland. Opryland was a Branson, Missouri theme park based on the old Opry. Y'all remember the Opry? Any of you? No? Just me? Okay. Opry is a opera house where many of the world's most famous country musicians have gotten their start. Opryland was a theme park attached to the old Opry house that lasted until, I want to say, the late 90s. And now it is, I want to say, a mall of sorts or some kind of outdoor shopping center. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of difficulty. There we go. This one does not show a lot of the park, but I promise you it's worth seeing. You're not going to believe the Opryland Kids Club. Oh, that's so funny. Why would they do that? Yeah, no. It's important to know that the Opryland was by the Gaylord Resort. The Gaylord Resort also made a little...
Hey, Natalie,
oh, hold on.
This is Janet. Rehearsal's at 1, so pass the word. And I've got something to show you guys. It's a
The folks behind Opryland also made the original Fiesta Texas. So, yeah, that's why I want to go. Because it's a Gaylord... Fiesta Texas is technically a Gaylord park.
Robin, rehearsal at 1, and I heard we're doing a number at the Fish, so wear your swimsuit.
Yeah, Jason, 1 o'clock today. And Janet says we're doing a number and a fish suit.
Right. Make a note. A number of fish would suit Janet just fine.
Da 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 da. Da da da. I know! I don't know why the Automod would be anti-Gaylord. We're all pro-Gaylord here. What the hell? You're just tossing that. You're just spinning that child around. Yeah, it's very Kids Incorporated vibes. And there's original songs.
And welcome to the Opryland Kids Club. Today is a great chance for us to become friends. So come on, let's get better acquainted. Here are my good friends. Why, here's Natalie. Over here comes Tiffany and Robin. And hey, there's Sarah. And the incredible twosome, Andy and Matt. And why, there slides Jason. Hey, is anybody...
Jason's a nerd.
Oh, there you are. My name is Janet, and put us all together with the Opryland Kids Club. If you're ready to have a good time, let me hear you say yo!
Yo! The Opryland Kids Club.
It's the place to be. The Opryland Kids Club. For lots of fun you'll see.
I hope you all heard that. My something made a noise.
We'll make lots of new friends before we get done. At the Opryland
Kids Club. We're a bunch of kids. Okay, y'all heard it. I thought I had system sounds muted, but I guess not. Yeah, the Opryland Windows Defender Club. Woo! There we go.
Hey, Morty, how's our favorite stage manager?
I'm doing great. How are you? Hey,
Awesome show. Way to go, guys.
good job.
Great. All right.
You guys were great. Hey, and Andy, you did a good job. And Robin, you were fantastic. I really like your dancing. You were great. Hey, wait a minute. Something smells. What is that? Is that something smells fishy? Is that?
Krongo, did you? Oh yeah, this is not. This is based on Opryland.
Oh, Morty.
Opryland was a theme park attached to the Grand Ole Opry. And Opryland lasted until the 2000s, and yeah. So this is just a souvenir tape for Opryland.
Hey, what are these?
Oh, just some new ideas I have for the show. I call them Casey and Buzz.
But these are only pictures, Janet. Yeah, well, perhaps we could take them to the professor's lab. Maybe they could work a little magic with.
But yeah, there was a Grand Ole Opry theme park.
UV starts and Alex.
And the people who made the Grand Ole Opry theme park made Fiesta, Texas.
Then they can. Well, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's go take the tin, Lizzie. Come on. Just one more card, Professor, and we have the record.
Steady now. Steady. Steady.
I don't know how else to describe this, but people who've been to Branson, doesn't this have Branson cores? Like, doesn't this feel very Branson core? It feels so much like this is just what Branson is. It's the whole vibe of this is just Branson to me.
Yeah, it sure would be great if you and the professor could find out a way to make them real. Yeah.
Real. Well, I've heard
Okay, good. I'm glad everyone else thinks that this is very Branson.
Oh, yes, it's very, very dangerous.
I guess most people know Branson from like from The Simpsons, if like you're not an American.
Aha! Lots of ingredients in this one. Alex, let's get cracking.
Oh, the name's Alex. Hey.
It's a great day to make some new friends. Are you ready for some games and fun?
I'll need some help from everyone.
It's a great day to make some new friends.
Thank you for the 10 bits, Kaboom. Yeah, we're making creature creators.
Friends, right, you know. It's a great day to make some new friends. We've got the recipe right here.
Now watch as our new friends appear.
It's a great day to make some new friends.
Gotta be true blue to be a friend.
That's right.
But you know you have to have heart.
Add a dash of loyalty.
And a cup of patience. Yeah, but you still gotta be cool.
Most of all, you gotta have fun.
Kids, don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional.
We couldn't possibly do it without this. Yes.
Are they rapping? Yes!
I'm Casey. I'm here to stay with my best friend Buzz. It's time to play.
Yeah!
Kids, don't delay. Let's get started right away.
Hey, let's start the party now. Listen up and I'll tell you how. Bring your friends and come along. Join our club as we sing this song. All right, cool dudes. Let's go. Oh, yeah. All
It's a
right.
great day to make some new friends. It's a great day to make some new friends. Are you ready for more games and fun?
No.
Dance, we've just begun.
It's a great day to make some new friends.
Professor, let's play a game.
All right then. How many know Simon Says? Well, we have a game just like it. It's called Professor Says. Same rules. Listen closely now. Professor Says, clap your hands 3 times.
1, 2, 3. Oh, they're listening, Professor. Very good.
Professor Says, slap your knees 4 times.
1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, this is easy.
Now everybody raise
Aw, Professor, you got me.
That was terrific.
All right, now, kids at home, you know how this song goes, so it's your turn to sing along.
It's a great
Day to make a new friend. Literally make a new friend.
We're really glad you came today.
So once again, just let me say,
It's a great day to make some new friends. Shake another hand, shake, shake, with that brother next to you. Shake another hand, shake, shake. Don't forget your sister, she's there too.
Do you like the mustache on the truck?
Shake, makes you feel happy down inside. When you shake another hand, shake, shake. Clap another hand, clap, clap, with that brother next to you. Clap another hand, clap, clap.
Don't forget your sister, she's there too.
Clap another hand, clap, clap. Makes you feel
Doing it.
happy down inside. When you clap another hand, clap, clap. Scratch another back, scratch, scratch. With that brother next to you. Scratch another back, scratch, scratch. Don't forget your sister, she's there too. Scratch another back, scratch, scratch.
Makes you feel happy down inside.
When you scratch another back, scratch, scratch.
Okay, no.
Hug, hug, with that brother next to you. Give a little hug, hug, hug.
don't forget your sister.
So like there's so little theme park that they show. It's like there's some, but it feels like a lot of these segments are like behind the scenes. Oh, a shoot the shoots. Take a look at this. That's a nice shoot the shoots.
Clap another hand, clap, clap. Scratch another back, scratch, scratch. Give a little hug, hug, hug. Give yourself
Yeah, they got rid of the theme park to turn it into a mall.
Oh man, I'm soaking wet. I feel like a drowned.
Here, let me link to the Wikipedia page for all you to answer all your
Well, fortunately,
Branson, Missouri Opryland questions.
that little thing. Well, it's my latest
Oh, I'm sorry. It was not in Branson, Missouri. It was in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a dummy. Well, I thought it was attached to the Grand Ole Opry. Oh, it was attached to the second Grand Ole Opry House. Okay. Well, I didn't know that. I confused it for another one.
Morty. Remember to call and get our guest stars for the show tonight.
Yeah.
Crystal Gale. The kids and I are going to go hang up posters. And remember, Crystal Gale on the show tonight. All right,
Yeah.
Morty?
Huh? I can't hear a thing. What'd she say? Oh, yeah. Chris and Gail, the catfish jugglers. I love their act.
But I have to say, I have seen we've screened quite a few souvenir videos on our channel, and
What do you mean?
this is the strangest one.
Star, you know.
Well, sometimes you've got to shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll still be among the stars.
Huh?
Buzz, you gotta think big. That's my motto.
Motto? What's a motto?
I don't know. What's the motto with you? Come on, everybody. It's time to think big.
Cool.
Gotta think big. Think big. Not little or small, but big and tall. Big. Think big. To be what you want to be, you gotta think big.
Come on, everybody.
Think big. Reach for the top and don't ever stop. Remember, what's the key? What's the key, everybody?
Think big. This would have totally aired on the Nashville network. Oh my god.
I've always dreamed to hit a home run, but it seemed so far away. Then the coach said, Jason,
Oh, Okay, the theme park actually opened before the second Grand Ole Opry House. I was full of misinformation. Let me try to correct my info. So this was built around the second Grand Ole Opry House in Tennessee, but it was built before then, and the Opry House was attached to it. Okay.
It's going! It's going! Goodbye, Mr. Spaulding! You gotta think big. Think big!
Not low but high, not near but far.
Let me hear you!
Think big.
Think big, everybody.
Wanna be, you gotta think big.
Come on.
Think big. Reach for the top and don't ever stop. Remember, what's the key?
What's the key, everybody?
You gotta think big.
You gotta think big!
Hey, everybody, I've got a really big dream.
What?
I'd like to be in the Olympics one day.
Okay.
As a gymnast, there's one thing I know. I'll practice and reach for the sky. And someday I'll go for the gold.
Well, I hope you get it, honey. Okay, think big. Okay.
Think big.
Follow your dream to make the team.
Think big.
Be what you want to be. You gotta think big.
Think big.
Reach for the top and don't ever stop. Remember what's the key. Let me hear you now.
You gotta think big.
Oh boy, you gotta think big.
Gotta think big. Are you thinking big, everybody? I'm not. I'm thinking, because of all those miniatures, I guess I'm thinking small.
Natalie, if you could be anything at all, I want you to think big and tell me what would that be?
Well, I've always wanted to be on the Grand Ole Opry.
Ooh, 3 sausages for dinner. That sounds good. I was gonna say this is really good. Like, one thing the Gaylord Entertainment Parks are known for are their shows. So I guess it makes sense that the Grand Ole Opry people would have good shows, you know.
Excuse me.
That's all right.
Crystal? Crystal who?
Crystal Gale, who else?
Oh, no.
Crystal.
Janet!
All right, I did fix the donation settings, so that should work now instead of playing for like a million years.
For us tonight by booking our big star for the show. Oh, thank you. Mwah. Hey, everybody, 10 minutes to places, all right? Come on, we got to
Janet, you don't understand.
Hello, Crystal. It's Alex. Remember me from college? Yeah, science lab. Listen, I've got a big favor to ask of you. Mm-hmm. Well,
Professor! Professor! Professor!
What?
There's something I've got to tell you about our guests.
Marty,
What?
I wouldn't be surprised if this were the best kids club show ever!
Oh, you'll be surprised, all right.
Everyone ready to go?
I love him. I'm sorry.
Professor, I'm kind of nervous.
Look at that outfit. Look at that outfit.
With a big star.
That's no way to look at it. You'll be great if you just get out there and try.
But what if we make...
No buts. Just remember the...
What if I suck at everything?
Never give up. Never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up. Never give up.
The professor's right. Winners never quit. Believe in your dreams and you can make them happen. If you want to be in show business, then listen to what must be done, Professor.
Just don't ever stop.
Okay.
Rehearse till you drop. Remember the show must go on. Never give
Rehearse
up.
till you drop, everybody.
Never give up. Never give up. Never give up.
It applies to anything you want to be, no matter what it is. For example, how about a firefighter who puts out those fires? Or a telephone technician who works high on those wires? Nurses, doctors, and teachers all know, and they will tell you it's so.
Let's hear it, kids.
Toss that child.
They're right, you know. Never give up. Never give up.
It's just 3 little words.
Never give up. Remember what you learned today. Because, you know, it's true. No matter what your dreams may be, you know what to do.
This was so, like...
Never give up.
There is so little info about the park in this souvenir video. There's so little, like, there's one ride, and that's it. Oh, okay, that lady's flipping.
No, never, no, never. Never give up.
Hey, Janet! Janet, come here!
What is it, Morty? We're in the middle of a show.
Well, there's something I've got to tell you about our star.
Yeah?
Well, you see...
Well, what, Morty?
Out with it, man.
Well, you see, our star...
Hey, Crystal Gale, all right.
Our star's here!
Oh, here we gotta go.
Here's Crystal Gale.
Come and sit by me. We're really glad you're here, Miss Gale.
Thank you. Good friends always come through for each other. Besides, I wouldn't want to miss this opportunity to be with all of you. And hey, friendship is the glue that holds the whole world together. It's nice to have a friend like you to play some games and sing some tunes. I'd really like to say to you, I'm glad that you're my friend, a friend, a good friend, is a wonderful and very special thing. A friend, a good friend, there's a lot of fun and joy they bring. So listen now as we all say to you and everyone today. We're very
Rhino is super high. They are disassociating.
Well, Crystal, it's time now for you to become an official member of the Opryland Kids Club. Raise your right hand, your left foot, and stick your finger in your ear. Well, maybe just your right hand. Okay. All right, just repeat after me, everyone. Say, I pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance
to the cookiest, craziest kids club in the country.
To the cookiest, craziest kid club in the country.
And to the rhinopotamus.
To the rhinopotamus.
With which they stand.
With which they stand.
One puppet.
One puppet.
Lots of kids.
Lots of kids.
And fun for one and all.
And fun for one and all.
Let's hear it again for Crystal Gale. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. All right, you all are now official members of the Opryland Kids Club. Yeah.
The Opryland Kids Club. A bunch of shit happens. The Opryland Kids Club. The shit is occurring. Kids Club. That rhino is absolutely gone off their walker. All right, and who can we thank for this beautiful film? Greg. Thank you, Greg Page. All of you. So whose persona was that? You think it was Dave's? Never heard of any of these children. Steve, good job, Steve. Rob, you did okay. So, are we all going to go take a field trip to the Opryland Kids Club? Are we all going to go to the band? Well, I guess it's not technically abandoned, but we can go to the old Opryland and check it out. You know, I've never been to Tennessee, so I guess this would be a good excuse. This is all David Patton. David Patton, good job. Thank you, Crystal, Chuck, John, Bob. Pro Kids? Pro Kids? I'm pausing to look at this. This is... I guess so. That's a good logo, everybody. And folks, that was today's stream. Thank you all so very much for tuning in, watching some extremely interesting theme park videos and going through abandoned Epcot. That was fun. That was real fun. Thank you all so very much for showing up. Other streams I'm doing this week? None. No more streams for me this week. That was all I had planned for y'all. But next week, I will be streaming with my beautiful partner, Sarduce, on Retro Pals. Let me put that link in the chat. Boom. Join me there if you'd like to. Am I not following Retro Pals? What? Oh, I am following Retro Pals. I was going to laugh. Yeah, so let me find someone to raid here before I head on out. Thank you all so very much for joining us. So very much for your support. And usually, who? Okay, there we go. Just working on this. Who am I following? Who I can raid? A lot of people. How about Hexagon Witch? Let's raid Hexagon Witch. They are doing some stuff here. Let's do that. Raid them and let's friggin' go. All right, thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.